Hey everyone, post-game Freya here. Just want to say thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the channel and all that, and if you've been enjoying stuff, please like, comment, subscribe. Hate to ask, sounds like a broken record, but it really does make a difference, and I know how easy it is to forget. However, the main purpose of this little message here is post-break. It's kind of the, last almost 40% of this episode probably involves a lot of claustrophobic cave stuff, and if you are bothered by that sort of thing, it is fairly stressful for the party and the characters involved, and you might want to skip out on that one. If you're watching on YouTube, I will mark when it starts and ends, and yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that this doesn't cause anyone any strife.
Do it live.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
Don't do it live.
Yep. Even though we're not, but we are recording. So, we're back. Hello, everyone. Hello, us. It's a certain someone said the forbidden quote of, "Are you guys ready for a light-hearted session?"
Nobody said it. Nobody said it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hear it while I had my headphones on still. Yeah, it's cool. I don't know who it could have been.
Nope.
Maybe someone who's beginning the session with their character in a questionable state of being.
Having happy dreams.
Yeah. I don't have any updates, so let's just get into it, I guess.
Oh, no.
And what happened last time? Well, you had set an ambush, and you were waiting for the Kitwalla to arrive. Theron decided to make the incredible decision of just jumping out of the pocket dimension that Tinny had made without really communicating very much to anyone and turning invisible. And he decided to shoot it with a trank dart or a trank arrow and run away and hope that it worked and everyone else could go get Moss.
Biggest of brain cell.
Yeah. Well, apparently, because it was incredibly effective, and the thing almost blew him up, and then succumbed to the effect of the Mullen tranquilizer.
I was never in any danger.
Never. And then everyone made a mad dash to grab as much moss as they could, and you guys filled up both of your bio bags and every pocket and everything you could possibly fill with moss.
And Milo kind of rode the beast.
And Milo was close to it. People were aboard it when it began to wake up, and it woke up and tried to swat Kalis out of the air, while at least two of you were trying to be martyrs, and there was a little bit of a stalemate of the egos there, even though one of you had fireproof armor, and the other one didn't. But nevertheless, Theron came back and saved everyone's ass again by shooting it with tranquilizer again, which it then, worked enough to buy you just enough time to escape without too much hassle. Insert sad eyes of the Kitwalla for some of you that saw it. And upon exiting back out into the desert, you were greeted by a horse that was certainly never forgotten about at any point in time, and definitely was just created right then. We'll just let that one sit there for a second. It was a group effort. We all forgot the horse, not just me. But it is on me.
The horse?
Yeah, right, the horse. And
horse in the corner.
You returned back to Sand Throne and had some various conversations, began to plan and shop for your spelunking adventure, which awaits you in a couple days once the ship arrives. Everyone's really mean to Milo. He goes to stare down Kalis' new regal horse, and it doesn't really go that well for him, and he's got some beef with the horse now. Tinny studies with Dewdrop to learn how to make medicine from the moss. Also on the note of Tinny, I have updated our overlay for this, and Tinny's name is reflected on screen, so cool. There we go. Just in case anyone watched and was like, who's this person? In case you haven't been paying attention, it's Tinny. Let's see, what else happens? Kalis is mysterious, and he writes in his book, and we watch through a drone camera or something, even though no one sees it. And I named the episode after it, because why not? And then everyone goes to get drunk. And
The
as
secret
far
code
as you're
word.
all aware, Willie had a little bit too much to drink and passed out on the floor for several minutes. And that is where we begin. In the evening of Dualahe the 28th, in Exandria, on the continent of Isilra, in the town of Sandthrone on the edge of the Standstill Desert, in the Sandy Gnome Tavern, on the floor. As Quilly, I assume there are some people crowded around you. Familiar faces, I would expect. As you have presumably spent the last few minutes wondering what is happening with Quilly, as she's definitely passed out, shaking a bit, crying, vocalizing intermittently. And after a few minutes of confusion and otherwise absolute silence about the tavern, her eyes begin to flick open as consciousness returns to her. And the scene is yours.
Well, I think you could take this as you will, but after seeing such things, she would be not so much a rage, but a sudden influx of complex emotions, I think would cause a wild surge.
Sure. Yeah, roll for it.
Let me get this open. I never have it open when I need it.
Also, I have some new music. Nothing too fancy, but I have some new music finally.
So peaceful. All right. Nothing too bad. As she awakes, she kind of awakes suddenly and like arches her back, and then thorn-like vines grow out of her back and they grow out of her calves, and they kind of go around your guys' legs like perfectly. They won't affect anyone who I consider allies, but they start just to encompass the area of which we are in.
Oh, Quilly.
Sorry.
We need you to calm down for just a bit. Are you all right? Look me in the eyes.
She'll take some deep breaths to make it go away, and then they'll retract back into her back. Sorry. That was a lot.
Let's sit you down. Tavern keeper. 3 ales and something to eat.
Volkar, I think the last thing we're going to need here is alcohol, especially the Mullen.
Ale is alcohol?
Do they have
It
ale?
was water.
Yeah,
They
get
have
her a water.
a vague approximation of alcohol. However, your request for alcohol is provided for those who are not her, just a little bit, some of the light stuff, and water and food are certainly provided for Quilly. The alcohol is intentionally sat like on the table beside you to make sure.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna pass her some food here. Eat something.
Thanks. These episodes are becoming a bit more frequent than I would prefer.
Another nightmare?
Another memory, but shit, you could call it a nightmare for sure. It was different than what I've seen in the past. Are there other people in the tavern just like staring at us now?
Now that you're like notably okay, they're not really staring per se, but like there are definitely some like looks of concern. But as they see that you're like talking and eating and whatnot, they relax a bit.
Yeah, that was a bit unexpected, but yeah, it was a memory. I saw more of the city where I came from. I came from a city, so I know that much. It was a lot. It was a lot. I think I may have been secluded or something when I was younger, and I wandered off, and I had this in my hand, and I'll pull out my compass. I was holding this and I was following it, and I went to a part of the city where I hadn't been before. I think maybe I lived in a higher part, like literally, like I think I lived on a mountain. I went to a place that I didn't recognize, and there were these other airships, other crashed airships, and it was like a graveyard, and all these people were gathered, and they were fighting each other like a pit.
The gladiatorial ring, or
Kind of. I came across a fight between. There was this one man, even though he was barely even a man anymore, he was more mutated and bloated and red and just raging. And there was another man, a tiefling. He called out to me, he begged me for help, and I just froze. I wanted to help him, but before I could even get a squeak out, it was over. And then, next thing I know, my mother drags me away. I know what my mother looks like, so I guess that's a plus. And she said that we were leaving that night.
You were just a kid.
Yeah.
You've been there in the first place. Not much you could have done.
I guess. But it's strange. Strange that was the reason that we left. Because I saw something I wasn't supposed to. I don't know,
it didn't look familiar?
it was part of where I lived, but it was a different part. It was like a different part of the city that, I don't know, there was a lot more people, and it was dirtier, it was hotter, it was very hot. It was just different than what I've seen before. I don't really think I got out too much as a child. But it's still kind of processing a lot. I think I may just turn in.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Do you be okay by yourself? Do you want me to stay?
I'll be fine. You guys enjoy your drinks. I'm sorry that these things just seem to be getting more violent. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking so much.
Well, the memories are returning. It's not all bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Used to be the only thing I wanted was to get my memories back, but now I'm not so sure.
Seems that the thing that you are seeking seems to be seeking you.
Yeah, that's funny.
I think we all have to remember.
Oh, Kalis, when did you get here?
I was standing off in the corner all brooding like. Now I just decided to pop in and speak.
And real quick, before you continue, Tinny is not there? Or are you with them? Because I thought you were with Dewdrop
I was
still.
still with Dewdrop, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I think we all have to remember that not all memories are good ones. Sometimes, they deserve to be forgotten. But at the same time, it's good that you're at least remembering your mother.
Yeah. It's the first time I was able to see what she looks like. I have her eyes. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all can stay. I'm just gonna make my way out. I did do it.
We're all fighting very hard right now.
I'm not gonna lie,
If I remember, maybe I'll just edit like a second and a half of that in.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this is perfect music for this very, very, sentimental piece. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
I love it.
This is why
it's very good. I know it's very good. So thank you, Freya.
Welcome.
As Cooley kind of leaves to her room, I'll kind of turn back to the rest of them. It's like, are you guys worried about
Incredibly. It's getting worse.
It's her battle to fight. Her memories can't harm her.
No. But not all battles have to be fought alone.
No. But I don't think we're exactly the best people to give her the
No, not at all.
she needs. So.
But I guess we can always be here when she needs the help, so.
I think it's best to wait until she reaches out to us.
No, of course. We're emotional support vessels, that's all we are.
Well, I think we should drink something a little lighter.
Yeah, no, I was gonna go the opposite. I was gonna go, we needed some absolute hard shit right now.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm gonna turn in myself before Volkar tries to scrimshaw me again. You guys have a good night, huh?
I'll tend to Volka and Milo and Derek. So what are the odds that we get shit-faced tonight in preparation for our little escapade tomorrow?
As Derek summons his weapon. No.
As much as I would like.
Actually,
nothing.
hilariously, Derek, your pocket starts talking at you. It's Solana's voice. You recognize immediately.
Ah, boy, again.
Hey. We just arrived in Demos. Weather was drag. Stuff seems fine here. Your mom's a bit sick. Nothing much, though. Hope you're alright.
Say it was Alana?
Yep.
Hang on. Be right back. There's something come up real quick.
Okay. Conveniently timed. Derek,
Yeah, I was about to say, that's very... He walks away and is like, shit.
Nothing actually came up. That's just actually, he's
Yeah.
fully
It's a good
committed
thing
to
about
being
it.
Derek now.
He's fully committed to the bit. I respect
But
it.
anyway, you all hear that and it kind of breaks the conversation for a second. And
So...
As much as I would like to drink until I pass out, I think tomorrow might be a bit too important. We have a life in the balance and potentially many more.
I think it's all the more reason you should celebrate, Volkar.
to be fair, you are leaving in 2 days, so...
Yeah, so no, we're not leaving tomorrow.
Yep, you're not leaving tomorrow.
And we...
Bartender,
Yeah,
I need shots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go.
Shots are provided.
Mikey. I mean, Milo. Shit!
One and the same.
We're gonna play knifey stab.
Okay,
All right,
Milo.
here are the rules.
Here's
One
the
person
thing.
is invisible at all times. If they get stabbed, they have to drink.
No, this is the real question. Each time we take a shot, we have to answer a question from the person to our right. 'Cause I want to ask you so many goddamn questions, you little buffoon.
Hey, what's that over there? Runs off.
We both look. Oh shit!
Of course.
He always gets me with that one.
Make sure he doesn't, shoot any civilians with that bow, yeah?
I mean, to be honest, I think it'll be fine.
Good. Then I'll see you guys in the morning.
Night, night, Theron Poo.
Yeah, don't ever call me that again. Night, boys.
So, Kalis,
And Darren, get up and leave.
Yeah.
And he's gonna head towards Dewdrops.
Okay.
I've been wondering. When we remember that time we fought in the dream with the giant half-man, half-woman angel thing?
There's some drunk guy walking by at the moment who just is really trying to process that one and just shakes his head and stumbles off back toward where the rooms
Move
are.
along. We know it's as crazy as it sounds. I know what I'm saying.
I mean, I do remember it, but I'm not gonna lie, the details have become a bit fuzzy with time, so... no.
What
about it?
I haven't had an experience since then. I was wondering if you had.
Not to the same degree, no. Not that intimate, I suppose.
But you have.
Well, again, I don't know if I could say that I have. It's more so feelings than anything. I don't know, I always feel warm when I am joined by some... And I don't know how to describe her, she's different. But again, maybe it's this Mirael that I've been looking into, and that I had Lulu look into. Yeah.
I will say I haven't heard from the big guy since our flight on the through the sky, and even that was brief. It reestablished something, but it's faint.
Well, maybe Cord is like an angry parent right now. They still love you, but you know, silent treatment always works. So even though that's quite the brutal family dynamic if your parent is, you know, silently abusing you without any contact, but you know, to each their own.
I'm sure if the Platinum Dragon was around and you did something that went against your very credo.
I mean, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I've never actually communicated or have had a.
You've never communicated.
No, I've never communicated with Bahamut in my life. He's not exactly one for.
Then how can you draw upon his power then? He has to grant it to you, doesn't he?
Oh well, not necessarily. It's more so. I believe. That's a good word. I believe in Bahamut. I have faith in him, and so in turn, I hope that he has faith in me and the good work that I strive to do. So therefore, I am a conduit for his own divine justice.
Maybe that's so. With Cord, it's a lot different. With Cord, it's you worship him. You dedicate battles in his name, and in return, he supplies you with the power to take those battles, to make those battles give form. But
sounds awfully draining, if I say so myself.
It really is. It really is. And but he represents something, at least to my people. He represents a larger idea that battle exists for a purpose. That conflict exists for a purpose. That we go through these things to make ourselves better.
Well, if we both want to look at it from this perspective, we both serve gods of war. You just have one that's maybe a little less
refined.
Maybe. But maybe a little less forgiving. As is evident by by the lack of goodwill that he's shown you lately, but it is what it is.
But I will say this. Have you ever heard a saga where the hero starts with power?
Yes, all the time.
What books have you been reading?
I don't know. They give us some wild shit at the Citadel. There's this one that I always remembered as a child. It's what was the name? Can I make a history roll to remember that name?
Is this a name that I'm supposed to provide to you?
No, you know the name.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure if that's where you were going or where else.
Yeah, that's exactly
give me a history check. Okay.
See if I know this.
D&D's version of Step Brothers.
History check?
Maybe.
Yes, sir.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Maybe it'll hit you in a few minutes.
Shit.
Alcohol's doing its work.
Damn. Yeah, maybe I have had a bit too much to drink tonight. It's just only started as well. Damn, have I become a lightweight?
Well, but no, this is just good shit.
Yeah, I was about
D20
to say
determines, yes, you have.
it's
Canon.
Yeah. It's
Also,
quite a bit
you all have
stronger than we
your-
have in Vasselheim.
Your D8
Yeah,
for the
inspiration.
evening before I
Yeah.
don't vocalize that. So yeah.
But
All right. Well, shall we go? Nah, I think
although I do
Maybe-
have one
maybe-
question for you, one more question.
anything for a brother.
Where did you get the name Griffin's Bane? This I
Interesting.
have to hear. Excuse me.
Hey, that's a good story, actually. Happened,
Cut to the next day.
yeah. No, it happened a while ago now. It was 7 years ago. I was only a young lad. I was only a little wormling. And, actually, no, I was a fledgling at that time, if I remember correctly. So, just a rank lower than I am now as a paladin. But I was accompanying a little platoon of other fledglings and knight paladins on a routine scouring of some kind of monster lair. I forgot what it was, but then we were descended upon by griffins. And a couple of the poor bastards unfortunately died. And then there was just 3 fledglings along with myself, and I managed to unceremoniously kill one of the griffins who had been terrorizing us, and then that was enough to place me as a candidate for promotion, if you will. And so I was given knighthood at the age of 17. Granted, I was very lucky to be one of the younger members of the order to do so, but not that it matters. Age is just a number. But yeah, and so I was unceremoniously named Griffin's Bane after it. And to be honest, I know it's a decent nickname, but I didn't do much. The thing kind of fell on me. And I
Could
just
be
stabbed
worse.
it.
You could be called Stormcrow.
I'm not gonna lie, that's quite badass.
Yes, but the story, not so much.
No, now you have to indulge me now. I can't give you a story and then you can't give me yours. That's not how this works.
All right, it's not so. It's what my father would call me when I used to be absolutely terrified of thunder and lightning, and I was tending to. We had messenger crows, messenger ravens. I fell in during a lightning strike. I fell into the keep and was almost pecked to death by a bunch of crows. Like I said, not the most interesting story.
You pecked to death by crows.
Almost. I valiantly was able to rescue myself. This is what happens when you go in with food in a small confined space with a whole bunch of birds.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm immediately thinking of you being ripped to shreds by a murder of crows, and that's
Yes.
absolutely hilarious to me.
Gotta
I
clip
was
that
almost
one.
murdered I was murdered by a murder. Yes, I was almost murdered by
Yes,
a
you
murder.
were murdered by a murder. Well, I guess mine is maybe a little more,
A little bit more impressive.
maybe a little cooler.
But I survived and was gifted my first name. There've been a few others, but I kind of like it.
I wonder if the rest of them have kind of their own, Theron, Milo, Derek.
Last
think
names.
Not the last names, but I don't know. There's some, signifier of some kind to, maybe Theron's just like kind of like Beyonce, single name.
The hell's a Beyonce?
Beyonce's canon in all worlds.
Yeah.
Beyonce is now going to be
Yeah.
the title given
Yes.
to a special type of elven warriors from back in the day.
And yeah, Beyonce and Oprah. Come on, guys. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, Beyonce
Of all time.
absolutely does sound
does.
like some insane. Yeah.
It explains why he has the ass that he does, I guess. So,
I was gonna say he's got the ass for it.
That's the
Oh, God.
requirement.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I guess we'll talk to them about it another night.
till then, we're a bunch of nameless fools. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's not bad. Nameless.
We got the word fools.
That'll be in parentheses.
Yeah. I don't know. To be honest, I could hit the hay as well. So.
I have some business. Then I will join you.
Oh, feel free. Just not in my bed, please. The last couple of nights, it's been very awkward when you've done that.
No. I'm not gonna.
It's so good because think of your last couple nights.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go off to bed.
Okay, maybe a little awkwardly after that one.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Derek,
yes.
does he do anything after he promptly leaves the room to take his phone call?
Okay, can you repeat the message? Because I had to chase down my sister's dog. I can't remember.
Okay, that's fair. It was, hey Derek, your sister's dog is missing. No, it was, hey, we've just arrived in Demos. Weather was a drag. Stuff seems fine here. Your mom's a bit sick, nothing much though. Hope you're alright. And you would be able to place that was a little bit longer, just a day or two beyond what it would usually take to sail there. So if you need time to think on that, just let me know when Derek's ready, if he wants to respond. And where did Milo go when he ran off? Did he just like go to the other side of the room? Did he like leave the tavern?
I went after this fucking horse.
Yeah.
I'm kind of expecting it, so that's why I'm asking.
I honestly didn't really think about it. Honestly, I'm thinking about hiding them underneath the table just to listen in to the conversation.
Sure.
There.
Yeah, they're not looking. I'll give it to you, man. They were deep in conversation. You heard all of that.
Awesome.
And
I was gonna respond.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Then Demon. Okay. I'm doing good. Took a ride in an airship. That was unique. I hope my mom gets better. You know, she doesn't get sick that often, so I think she'll be fine. That it, or I lost track.
Yeah, hang on, I'm typing it up. I think she'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a little bit over, but we would assume that he could cut out a couple unnecessary words from that and get the message across essentially. Okay. And Theron, you find your way back to Dewdrops. And what?
Is he there?
Is he there? Yes, he is.
Like,
and
does he live there? Or? Okay.
Yes, he lives and works there. Turns out when you're like the main healer in the entire place, you kind of need to be there. So he is there, and he and Tinny are still hard at work going over stuff. Looks like they're starting to wrap up for the evening, but they are pretty deep in medicinal stuff.
How you feeling, Tinny?
Oh, you're back. I'm doing okay. It's been a lot of fun learning from Dewdrop.
That's good to hear. I actually came to ask him some questions too. This mullen fruit has a lot of different applications here.
Yes, it does. A lot.
And it grows in abundance in this area, yes? I mean, there's a ton of it.
Yes, it does. It is all around us, really.
I could use a favor if you don't mind. You probably have notes on what the mullen fruit can do and, you know, all the applications it's used for. I'm part of an organization that likes to gather information like that. and I was wondering if he could probably give me some notes that I can bring back to them about it. They might send a group here and try and bring some back for themselves and study it and use it in the future. Could be useful.
See, he can't help his very, very big grin that comes across his face. Absolutely, that's wonderful. I think the more who know about it, the better. I make copies of everything I write down just for this very thing, so give me just a minute. I'll get essentially everything I've learned about it for you.
Thank you, Dewdrop.
He pushes back to one of the other attached tents. It's really like, it's actually a pretty big space that he lives and works in. It's just a bunch of little tents kind of smashed together. But he comes back about a minute or two later, and he just has this decently big tome that actually has a nice like leather, almost like embossed mullen tree on the front of it. Certainly handmade, very nice and neat, and his note-taking is immaculate. His handwriting he's not like most doctors. His handwriting is impeccable, and it is so thorough and detailed, and it's quite good. And he sets it on the table next to you with a smile. And Tinny here has been learning very quickly, to be honest. Very sharp.
Oh, yeah. Are you a tinkerer, Teeny?
A bit of a tinkerer, a bit of a physician, sort of thing. I dabble.
Very resourceful. You remind me of somebody I know.
Oh, really? Who?
My sister. Very resourceful woman herself. Can pick up on a situation and obtain knowledge pretty easily. She's really smart. I'm going to skim through the book a bit and just kind of read through it. I know an old lady who's going to love reading through all this information. Thank you, Dewdrop. If my group's ever out this way, I'll send them your way. I think you'd be very interested in to kind of share information and knowledge with them.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
I hope it does them well.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep you guys from doing your medical examination, so I will see you in the morning, Tinny.
All right.
And I will put the book in my bag, and I will head towards wherever we're bunking down.
You can sleep. There's places for you all, Dewdrops. There are rooms at the tavern. Anyone who wants to get one there, it's just going to be a silver. Nothing too much. So I know we usually just gloss over that, but whatever.
Yeah, I think I'll probably say like Dewdrops.
It's
like
probably a little more Theron than
Yeah.
Okay. Any other details I should know before sleep consumes you all?
Come on, Mike, it's your chance, man. Go fucking argue with that horse. Come on, dude.
I think I'm done with horsing around for.
I was waiting for that. Olgar takes the opportunity to go and pray again. In a few days.
Wait, just curious. Is it in our room?
No.
Okay.
I imagine outside. I assume he does much of his praying outside.
You do it under the clouds.
Well, not many clouds here right now, and in fact, it is a sky unlike one you have seen in a very long time. Occasionally on clear nights up north you get some incredible skies, but it's so flat here that if you find a spot a little bit outside of the mullein trees, there's so much that you can see, and it is incredible.
I think hearing that, like feeling that, he doesn't like physically like ask or talk, but he just stares up in wonder, and he feels a connection to the divine in a way he has not felt in a while. A connection to nature, being in the city for so long, just this connection to the natural order of the universe.
And probably also the similarities between the desert and the tundra sinking into you finally, just how remote you are here and how harsh life has to be here in very different ways. But it's probably comforting to you.
And he smiles and he thinks of home for the first time in a while. He finds a small spot that he can just lay out a bedroll and sit out under the stars, and he goes to sleep.
Wonderful. And with that, you all find yourselves to your various sleeping locations, and you drift off. And I'm gonna ask everyone except Theron to leave. You thought you guys were going to sleep without consequence? Come on, man.
Damn it.
Theron. After sleep takes you, you find yourself dreaming. Maybe. And there you stand on a balcony of the compendium. Sun shines warmly across your face. The ocean scent is strong yet pleasant. A voice that feels familiar but you can't place suddenly speaks from behind you. Start of a new era. How does it feel to be the first? This is going to protect a lot of people. You're a great man, and they're lucky to have you back, even if it's only for a brief time. Tomorrow, you leave as a new warrior, and a wave of warmth washes over you. You exhale heavily as the breeze rustles your golden hair. Close your eyes. Good to be back. Face me, my love. You turn to her slowly as an inescapable smile creeps across your face. Your stomach shudders in delight. Her pale white eyes meet yours. Her perfect gray skin glowing faintly from the shade in which she stands. She extends a long arm out to grasp your hand and pull you close. You allow yourself to be pulled in. She embraces you softly, laying her chin on your shoulder for a moment. Her breath across your neck causes you to shiver. You love me, don't you? You nod reassuringly. What of the others? Do they love me so? You reluctantly shake your head and frown. Well, I suppose that means we can't quite trust them, can we? Nothing can be allowed to stand between us. Isn't it so, darling? She steps back, running her long fingers across your chin for a moment before turning and walking back into the tower. For a moment she pauses and turns to face you once more. You know better than them, my little war hero. You are far wiser. She smiles at you for a moment. You feel your stomach drop again. Or she turns, and you stand and watch her leave, reveling in the ocean breeze. And you think about them all. Milo, his bullshit and his wild antics. Volkar with his wildly unpredictable nature and inability to determine his definition of honor. Derek with his baggage of pursuers who want to kill him. Kalis with his frequent bad luck and difficulty being subtle. And Quilly with her mysterious life and feral enjoyment of battle. None of them have seen what you have. None of them know the pain. None of them know how grand things used to be. And none of them know what was lost. They can't possibly know. For they will all likely be dead long before your life has even truly begun in the eyes of an elf. And after you awake, throughout the day, sometimes you swear you still feel her breath on your neck and your ear. And it comforts you and brings about a sense of longing. And I am going to hide something from the viewers. I'm going to send you a message right now, and I would like you to read that. And I would also like you to go send me Tinny.
Righty.
Hope you guys like secrets.
Hello. I heard
Welcome
I was
back.
up.
You are chosen. After you drift off to sleep, mentally exhausted, physically about the same, you find yourself jolting awake 3 times throughout the night, startled as if someone had suddenly spoken to you. And as you look around, no one's there. If you were to call out, Dewdrop would not answer, as he's not there. He's not close. And as a 4th time happens, you manage to hold on to sleep. It feels as if something is trying to communicate with you. Maybe just with your body? Can't really tell. If there is something, it's alien, sort of. The communication is coming through some method which you can't fully sense. And as you try to focus on it, it's unnerving and nauseating. But eventually, the sensation drifts away. You sleep soundly through the rest of the night. And when you wake, there's a small bit of dried purplish liquid around each eye, each ear, each nostril, and your lips. As you sit up, your stomach rumbles violently, and it seems your appetite has returned to you. Your eyes burn a bit as if you're overcome by exhaustion for the first few hours of being awake, but otherwise, feel fairly normal. And the night was restful enough. May I ask you?
Ooh,
Go send
yes.
me everyone.
Okay.
Switch back out. Music.
That's ominous music.
Uh-oh.
It's not as ominous as it seems. The beginning of the playlist is a little... It builds, you'll see. Gets more adventurous than ominous, but... In the meantime, you are correct. Well, I guess I can just, skip a few minutes. Look at that. Magic. Still a little ominous, but it's fine. As you all awake for the day, what's the plan? There is shopping to be had. There have been some discussions of this already had, so what's the final verdict? Who's buying what of the special stuff? If there's any extra normal stuff beyond that, let's have that chat now, and this will encompass essentially the next day and a half till you're scheduled to leave. And then if we have specific stuff to do after that, we'll hone in on those.
I'll definitely take those bracers of archery.
Okay.
I'm taking the
Someone-
glamour weave.
Okay. Copy that.
Volkar's gonna get the Wand of Magic Missile and the Potion of Water Breathing.
Okay, copy that. And you should be able to add all of these in D&D
Yep.
Beyond already. If for any reason something's missing, just let me know.
And honestly just say like over the day and a half I can attune to them.
Yes. It's attuning only takes like an hour for most things, so
Do I need to attune something for the Magic Missile one?
No, it's
I don't
if
think
it-
so.
I don't think so. It would specify in the item if it does need it. Anything else?
I think the potion of water breathing. We also got, as well as that's pretty. I think that was it for now for what we wanted.
All the
that it?
cool shit.
Yeah. And then any
Okay.
mundane stuff.
Yeah, any
Potions?
mundane stuff you want?
I would like to buy. How much are some potions?
What sort? For healing?
Health potion. Yeah, health potions.
Conveniently, the person who makes them is Dewdrop.
Oh.
Or at least one of the people who makes them. And he actually gives you... let me pull up my chart again real quick.
Oh, can we
I
mark off a
always-
long rest too?
Yes, long
Yeah.
rest did happen. I forgot to specify that. Sorry, should have had this ready to go.
Are there multiple versions of water breathing or just like the one?
Figure out
Yeah, I think there were two, but I would have specified that in the thing. Where the heck did my potion list get off to? Hang on. No. I misspelled potion in the title. Haha. There we go. Okay, that's why I was like, I just made this today. What the fuck? He gives you 2 greater healing potions, which do 44 plus 4. And there are 2 more of those available at what would be 85 gold pieces each. And he has currently 6 standard healing potions as well for 40 gold each. So 6 standard, 40 each, and 2 greater healing at 85 each.
They gave us 2 greater potions for.
Yep.
I think
Duncan.
Quilly should take the potion, one of the greater potions at least.
Greater healing?
I'm gonna volunteer that Milo may take one.
He
Yeah.
probably more than I do. I think he should take the greater healing, to be honest. I already have potions for days.
Yeah, little muffin skin boy.
Can
Muffins,
I take
ew.
one just because I used all my
Yeah,
used all
he's
my
so-
potions?
He's so squishy. It's like muffin. I don't know. It's a weird analogy. Don't.
No,
don't call me on
it worked. It's just I imagine it's no, never mind. It was a horrible mental image that I got.
Yeah, Milo has officially become Muffin Ken.
Muffin.
Ugh. That's
I'm good on potions. I have 3.
Yeah, I have 4.
yeah. Y'all really haven't used the ones you got at the start.
Yeah.
Almost like you
I
have
did.
5.5
Four.
healers or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, it's a break in case of emergencies.
I think I just forget because I never actually added them to my inventory.
Oh, that is
So how
useful.
many are we supposed to have?
That's
I
a
don't
great
know.
question.
I'm just gonna say I have 2.
Sure.
That
Decide
seems
here.
reasonable. I'll give you that. It's probably more, so that's this is why you make sure you have your inventory. So are both the greater ones going to Milo then? Is that the consensus?
Oh, if we got
1 to
greater
Quilly,
ones.
1
okay.
to
yeah.
Milo.
Yeah, 1 Quilly, 1 Milo.
Cool. So you can each in your inventory hit add item and search up greater healing, and it should bring up the potion for you.
I'll buy a greater from Dewdrop as well, just to have.
Sure. Copy that.
How much are they?
85. He's giving you a little
I'll-
discount.
Okay, I'll get one too.
Okay.
You know, everyone's
He's all out of
just-
those.
I've been peer pressured.
And just this is kind of like the area that we're going to is kind of like a archaeological dig site of sorts. Kind of.
Not a dig site yet per se. You are being dropped off at another way in. That is definitely not the
We're sneaking in the back door.
entrance. And it's gonna be rough. Zentha doesn't know when the last time someone's been down there might be, and expect bad.
How much
and
is
expect to be
gear?
in there for up to like 4 days potentially. How much is climbing gear?
Okay. Well,
Let me confirm.
can we also
that for you.
buy like food and water? for
Yeah,
that
food and
last-
rations and stuff like that.
rations. Yeah.
A climber's kit would be 25 gold pieces.
I'm just gonna get one.
Okay.
Let's get one for each of us. I think I'm willing to
Yeah.
shill that out.
This grappling hook.
25 gold each.
Yeah, you have grappling hook. Yeah.
Yeah, it does it. Can it pull me towards something, or is it essentially just laying rope?
It's more of just like putting a rope down somewhere. Maybe later Tinny can like make it fully automated for you or something. But at level 5, that's a lot.
Like a
but
shot
it is a fair
that
question.
you
Yeah, that'd be so
hook
fucking
stuff
cool.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he becomes
exactly.
like Batman's like
Yeah, I can go
grappling hook.
Batman, yeah.
Yeah.
He's literally just becoming Wind Waker Link.
Okay, so everyone got a climber kit.
Yeah, anyone who
mean-
wants one, take off 25 gold from what you have, or from the group gold. I don't know how you're doing it, but yeah, 25.
Why
each.
you always need a Percy in the group, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, we do.
I mean,
And
we're kind of
amazingly, climbers kits don't come with rope, but they come with everything else you need.
perfect. I already have some rope.
Yeah, I think you
And I
guys
think
have.
my
most-
rope.
Most
We all
people
have
have.
I think everyone does.
Okay. You're welcome for that brilliant idea, by the way, guys. I just thought of that on the spot.
But we also get
watch it.
waters and rations and
Yeah.
And watch it absolutely
Yeah.
become useless in this place. So we're never gonna need to climb anything.
It's completely flat cave.
Yeah.
Let me figure out. I don't usually worry about rations too much, but in this case we have to.
I say the immovable rod is one of my favorite items, but I just saw
Yeah.
that's 5,000 gold pieces. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe no.
I don't think we
That's
could have
'cause it's
we
good.
had we had to like pool all of our gold
Stuff,
together.
Yeah.
yeah.
All of it in order to
Did we
probably
get the
afford it.
potion of flying?
No.
I could catch
No.
fly.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can catch fly.
I
And two of us
twin
can
spell it
fly.
too.
Not for very long. But we can fly.
For rations, how many days each? Like, how many days of rations do you want to buy? You're expecting up to 4 days in there, so do with that what you will.
I'm not gonna lie, I have 12 days of rations on me. So if I really need to share with anybody, I am fully okay with sharing.
I'm gonna say, because we haven't been keeping track of it, I would say realistically this would be like a reset point for rations for people.
Okay.
It's reasonable to assume that we've gone through that, even with Theron, helping hunt and whatnot on the way.
All of it?
So let's, yeah, it's
Like a week's worth.
yeah.
Should be good.
I think
Yeah.
we all have a week's worth of rations.
Weeks worth.
okay. Week's worth would be like, because you bought a lot of other shit. 3 gold each. It's cheap.
Okay,
So
I'll buy
make
some.
a note.
I think
Everyone has.
Everyone can get their own, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 3 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to ask about?
If we run out of rations, we'll just eat your horse scales. It's all good.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, you can't eat them. You
He
physically
could try.
can't.
Wait, you don't know how elves and ghost horses interact, or whatever the fuck it is.
What do you see with your elven tongue?
Ugh.
Oh yeah. Who was
I'm
our
not gonna.
Who was our guide to the cave again? I forget.
Perry.
Perry.
Harry. Okay, he's still around or he left?
He left.
Ah, damn.
Yep, he had to leave last night.
Okay,
Well-
I was gonna sell the spit head.
Well, do we have any goodbyes that we'd like to do before we leave? Any friends that we made along the way?
Dewdrop, if we don't see you again, it's been a privilege.
It has been my greatest honor to help you. And looks most directly at Tenny. Best of luck.
Thank you for everything. Like, I can't even describe how much you've done for us, for me.
And he steps forward and gives you a great healing hug.
Oh, big hug there.
And are there any other conversations or scenes we could have had throughout that day and a half ish that anyone wants to come back to or anything? I suspect there's maybe one. There's a certain someone who might have spent the last couple days doing something that was previously discussed. Whenever that's going to be a thing, you can chime in on that. But
when we get to the airship or something.
okay, well, I mean, you're just being teleported there. You're just waiting for the ship to get here, make sure everything's good to go first. So,
that's right.
that said, I'm gonna pick up as you're like getting ready to leave. So essentially, we would have day of shopping. Next day, ship arrives late morning, and then there's a couple hours of Zentha and Gorus going over stuff. And Tinny, your workshop is structurally back together, but they kind of didn't fuck with your stuff too much, and a lot of it is pretty busted up.
During
But-
that time,
Yep, go ahead.
during that time, we'll have time to crank out one spell scroll for what level 1 spell scroll?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
What Nah, you don't have to tell me. You can surprise me with it later. It's more fun that way.
It's just less.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Any other last bits?
Should we do like a team huddle?
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
we
Zentha's
still
gonna
have-
have one with you anyway, so
Yeah, let's wait until we like are outside and ready to go.
Okay.
I guess maybe like since before like Zentha teleports, so that there's time for stuff. I'm gonna pull Quilly aside.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. So I noticed, the last time we were on the airship, you were a little bit, maybe apprehensive about, being high up in the air and potentially falling off and everything.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a common occurrence in the past few days. So, yeah, heights have been, you wouldn't think so, but it's an issue now.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's scared of something. But, so I got this idea after, we went to that sinkhole and your friends were, like, flying around with wings, and, like, Zentha said something too, so I made you this. And she pulls out, like, it kind of just looks like, kind of this metal framework for now of just bronze and copper and gold metal with kind of backpack straps that go across the chest and kind of around the rib. And here, let me help you put it on.
Oh.
You have to attune to it because it's magical, but I'll help you do that. And so she starts like strapping it in and kind of starts explaining what it does. So right now it kind of just looks like a few pieces of folded metal and then like a large kind of gear-esque kind of down at the bottom. I can actually unfold it manually, and she kind of like folds it out into this like kind of skeletal wing structure. And she starts twisting the two like metal gears that are now like at the top and
Metal Gear.
kind of section by section, these like very delicate kind of metal wire feathers just kind of come out of it. So once you actually are able to activate them, you'll be able to, fly for a little bit, twice a day. And you can also cast, Derek might have given me a Featherfall scroll and I might have used it for this, but you can cast Featherfall on yourself once a day in case, something happens and the wings, they work, but if you've used them already or something.
So I messaged you that I forgot to add this into D&D Beyond, but yeah, so you have that.
Tinny, this is amazing. Thank you.
And they
can't
work.
even-
I tried them out. The first one that I made, not so good. It's really hard actually. But this one's great. I got some help on it. It totally. So,
It is
Thank you.
canon. She did natural 1 the first attempt. And then natural 20 after that. Yeah. It is impressive.
That's so
You
fitting.
don't have to be so.
Thank you. This is incredible. I'm just gonna hug her.
Big hug.
Thanks. I'll use it the best I can. I'll get used to it straight away, and I'll definitely. It's nice to, be there for others when they fall, but it's nice to have something as well.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And with that, yet another member of the party can fly.
Yes.
And
sister.
with Derek, it's just everyone now, so with the spell. So with that, Derek summons his weapon and kills you all now.
There would only be one.
Before we have the talk with Zentha and zip on over there, it seems like a good time to take our break. It's a little early, but we'll go ahead and do that. So
Good.
yeah, we'll be back. back. Hope you didn't miss us too much. And you all on the 30th of the month, calendar boy. You all
Last day of the month, by the way, people.
Last day of the
Last
month. Yep. You've got just about 5 weeks left until another deadline. Let that sink in. And with that, in early afternoon, you all find yourselves back, not aboard, but near Deer Sentinel, where Zentha currently is, and is waiting for you all. I assume, well, I guess I'll ask, has Quilly tried out the wings over the last day or so?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
okay.
attuned to it. She's wearing it like under her lion skin, so it's kind of like she has like a hump. But yeah.
We're back. Sorry, tech issues. You were talking about wings, I believe.
Right. So yeah, once you've attuned to it and are actually using them, they actually do move like real wings. And then there is this kind of, as the feathers come out, they also kind of alight with this red kind of illusory flame that kind of just like flickers across them. So they're kind of like phoenix wings.
I'm so happy. This is so cool.
Matches your hair.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm
And
becoming
the lion.
phoenix.
Yeah. You are the...
I'm everything.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Look at us, Volka.
Yeah.
Just regular old wings. That's all we have.
That's all we need.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. It'd be really fucking cool to have phoenix wings right now.
Things are
I need to
outdated.
kill a griffin and have wings. Fancier wings.
There too. They seem.
I
to
mean,
look
I could, if you
abundant.
really want, I could cut off your wings and see if they grow back as phoenix wings. We could definitely mutilate you if you really, really want to.
Hold that thought.
What the hell is in this drink?
Yeah.
As a doctor, I don't think that's a good idea.
Why are you day drinking? We're about to leave to go do something incredibly important, Volkar. This
It's
is
tea. It's
okay.
tea.
Yeah.
Well, it might be that fruit tea.
Let me
you
smell
know?
it. I don't trust. I don't trust. She takes a
It
sniff.
is
All right, it's tea. Whatever. And don't cut anyone's wings off. What is wrong with you? Ugh, man.
many things.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
to be
yeah.
To be honest,
I
they
have-
grow out of me, so you can't exactly cut them off unless they're out.
Again,
Can we talk about like the important stuff?
Yeah, the mission.
Yeah.
Yes, the mission.
You sure?
Yeah.
You wanna? We can sit down.
It's crucial
You wanna-
information.
Yeah? No? Okay. Cool. Thank you. Sorry, I don't want Tinny's whole family to die, you know. Sort of been working on this for a while. I'm a little touchy right now, and it's weird being away from Gorse for a while, so I'm on edge, and I'm not gonna try and hide it from any of you because whatever. It's okay. It's how I'm feeling. So
Just
You
get
are
a pat her on the shoulder.
later, I can't.
would you like some tea?
No, I don't want any tea, thank you. I see you've done some shopping. Tinny, I see the wings work. I saw Quilly, you know, kind of fumble around a little bit with him yesterday, but they're amazing. That's so cool. I don't know how useful they're going to be in what's probably going to be a long cave system, but it's still cool. So here's the plan. Well, we're going to leave very soon. And I'm going to teleport you to what's going to look like the middle of the mountains on the western edge of the desert. And that's because it is precisely the mountains on the western edge of the desert. And there's going to be a cave. And you're going to go into the cave, and you are going to explore said cave until you find some way into the arms of Elysium. Now, I have seen the front entrance, and it should be pretty obvious if you see something, a part of it. It's all, everything I've seen at least has been very gray and white stone, very smooth, simple. Not like, kind of points of Ricalis. Not like construction you're probably more familiar with. It's a little toned down from the Order. But it's very... How do I, there's lots of writing, celestial writing, on most of the surfaces I've seen. Lots of little things, I assume, relating to the Everlight herself. And I reiterate I was going to go hire a group of people from here to do this instead of you, and the more I get to know you, the more I really don't want anything bad to happen to you in here. So, again, 48 hours. If you have found nothing, or if things get too bad, just leave.
Agreed.
I'm not asking, I'm telling you. Tinny, I know you are very, very curious, and sometimes you can be a little headstrong. Please don't die in there. If it's bad, we'll find something. If I have to, I'll just break in the front goddamn door. I don't care. But if we can do it this way, this is our best option. So I don't know how long you might be in caves. I don't know what you might find, if there even is a way in there from how these caves connect. I suspect as much. But
once we're inside the temple, what are we looking for?
You are looking for, as unfortunately nothing but rumors hold, it is big. It's been described as being teardrop shaped. Not necessarily like a... It's not exactly like a gem. Apparently it's almost got some like liquid properties to it. At least in how it appears. And it's how would I like 1.5 watermelons in size. It's pretty big.
Once we find it, we should leave the way we came in.
Yeah, we should leave.
That is going to depend on a lot of details. I mean, if there's another better way that seems you can get out without coming out the front entrance, because that would be very bad, extremely bad. Do not do that under any circumstances. You will almost certainly be killed instantly, and if I can manage to stop them, we will all be killed later, I think, is how they would handle that one.
No
So-
go on the front entrance. Got it.
No, absolutely not. I don't know what's gonna be inside there. I don't even know if this tier is there, but if it is, we need to get it out. It is going to save a lot of lives. A lot.
Well then,
And
let's get started.
she pulls out 3 scrolls, offers them to whoever's gonna take them. These will let you send me a message. And once each, as long as you are somewhere I can get to, as in the surface, I imagine, I will drop everything I have to and I will leave immediately to come get you. I have enough to get myself there and get everyone out almost immediately. And whatever you need to tell me, just tell me. I can make up any excuse to get out of that whatever you want to call it, meeting. So
Probably best if we spread them out so no one's holding all of them.
Yeah, maybe Tinny take one, probably.
I'll take
then-
one.
Theron should take the other.
Alright.
Good idea.
So these are scrolls ascending, or?
yes, scrolls of sending.
You know exactly how big this place is.
We know exactly not much. I don't imagine it's terribly large from what we heard. It was, again, the rumors, if you may know some about it, I don't know, but it was supposed to be a fairly small group, maybe a few dozen, who were there, and I can't imagine they made it terribly large, but Again, the cave system, assuming it connects there, could also be quite a trek.
Well, I guess no. No reason as to why we shouldn't be able to do this job quickly. Within 48 hours, I mean. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we have 48 hours to find something, or no?
That's what I mean.
48
2
hours to
days.
find it, and then hopefully
the
get
fuck-
out in time.
Yeah, get the fuck
So
out of
there
there.
aren't many interruptions.
Well, we're always prepared for interruptions, so one way or another.
Good, I know it's nothing but question marks on this, but we have to try.
For Tinny, right?
For Tinny.
Yeah.
I would like to grab Zentha's hand, and just say, "We take care of our own. I promise she'll be okay."
He smiles warmly. There's a little bit of concern and some worry in there. Yeah. I trust you. I guess let's do it.
Go.
Better now than never.
Now than never.
She begins to
And
go through
goddamn
the
it.
motions. Oh.
And goddammit, do I fucking hate teleportation.
He says as we time skipped a couple minutes for her to finish it up, and you all step into the circle and are filled with the nauseating sensation of teleportation. Some of you might enjoy it. Kalis, we know, strongly dislikes
Fuck
it.
this shit.
And when you land, you are certainly in the mountains. Quite high up. There is an immediate difference in breathing as the elevation has increased quite dramatically. And as you look out, you see rolling sand dunes as far as you can see. And the mountain range that you are on, quite large, also extends well beyond what you can see into the distance, getting far higher as you go south. And you do appear to be just on the northern edge of it. And before you, maybe 30 or 40 feet away, is clearly the entrance she's talking about. It's not anything official, it's just a natural cave entrance. And Zentha kind of takes a moment to look back at the desert and look around. Before turning back, taking Tinny's hands. Okay, be safe, okay? As much as that can happen. All of you.
Well, don't worry. We'll be safe.
Okay. I'm gonna go try not to think about this and get ready for dealing with some of the most miserable people I've ever met in my life for multiple days on end.
Yeah, you arguably have more on your plate than we do, so...
I'm sort of jealous, if I'm being honest, but... Doris is too. He won't say it, but... I'll see you on the other side. Or on the same... whatever. I'm gonna get out of here.
Is the cave dark from what we can see? Like...
It's a cave, so... one can suspect that, yeah, I would say with your climbing kits, like, if you don't have torches, you could have been provided,
Well, what I was gonna say is, can I use the light cantrip on my hammer to, like, just raise it up a bit and give us the light?
Give me... Actually, I'm gonna roll this in secret. 8 Ball says yes. The light cantrip does in fact function.
In his groove back.
So,
And as
like,
you
this-
do, the light actually comes from the amulet on your chest. It glows beneath your clothing, and this ball of light comes out from it and attaches to, I assume, your hammer.
Yeah, I was hoping like this blue ball of light just enters the hammer and it just ethereal glow.
Yep.
Once more into the breach, my friends.
I was once in
And-
your position. Feels like so long ago.
Well,
Well, we can talk about that, or we can go save Tinny's life. I'm here for the latter.
No, I'm just here reminiscing about good old times, you know.
Are we gonna
But
stay
yeah, we
here
can-
all day, or are we gonna
No,
go?
let's go in. God damn
Yeah,
it.
let's go.
We could walk and talk. We could walk and talk.
yeah, and right out of the gate, it's definitely more of a squeeze than you would like it to be. You can walk for the most part. Milo's having no problems right now. Quilly's not too bad, but the bigger ones of the group definitely struggling. The heavy armor getting caught on stuff from time to time. And it's, after only a couple minutes of walking, very quickly becomes steep. Very steep, going down. And
Why is this familiar?
what is the marching order? Keeping in mind that once you get more than like 100 feet into this, other than light that is created, it is fucking black.
I probably got to stay
I-
near Okar. Just have light.
I'm in the middle.
Always kind of near the front as well, because I also have like a lantern I can use.
Okay. I assume it's all steampunk and crazy.
Yeah, well, this one is actually one of my infusions, so
Oh, yes.
I'm not going to
So,
use it all the time. But
I'll stay at the back. And to like Volcar, I'll cast a light cantrip on my longsword, and then I'll
Okay.
use it kind of like a torch.
I think I'll go to the front.
up in the front. Okay.
I guess I'll be somewhere in the middle, right in front of Milo.
Okay.
I'll also cast like cantrip.
Oh my goodness. So bright.
So,
I was like, never mind.
cool. Way I have it right now. Let me know if there's any issues with this. But Theron at the front, and a lot of this is going to be pretty single file, so it is kind of a straight line. So Theron, then Tinny, then I have Volcar, Derek,
Yep.
Milo, Quilly, and Kalis.
Yep.
Cool. And let's switch back to some more dramatic AV music a little bit. Maybe getting more
and,
intense as we go.
As we kind of venture further into the cave, as the light kind of recedes behind us, Kalis is just gonna keep like basically his head on a swivel behind us, just to keep an eye out
Okay.
to what's lurking beyond.
Sure. Give me a perception check just for the first little leg of this. As you're...
Tinny is also, as they're going, occasionally
That's
flashing her
14.
lantern, which is to see if there's anything invisible in front of them.
Okay.
This is my lantern of revealing.
That's fine. I definitely wrote words right there. Not just random scribbles on my whiteboard. That's fine. But noted. And you proceed. And after maybe 20 or 25 minutes, Theron at the front, you see a section that is not a straight drop, but much closer to it than you would like it to be. And it's long and it narrows even more to the point where everyone except Milo is going to be squeezing through. And so far, this is the only option you've seen to take. And it's probably 45 foot, if you had to guess, before it looks like it evens out a little bit at the bottom, but it's hard to tell exactly. But it is steep. Like, not walkable steep. maybe up if you had really good traction on the walls and stuff, but not promising.
I'm going to proceed through the tight fit then.
Okay.
I want to go
And
in.
Wait, can I see this?
he's at the front of the group, so if anyone who's, I don't know how far you guys are spread out, but it's a fairly long thing, and everything's super well lit right now inside, so I would say you could see him prepping to do this.
Yeah, Theron, and I'll take out my 50 feet of hemp rope. Do you remember what we did back at that tree stump all those weeks ago? Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Just to make sure that we don't slip and fall on the way down, and I'll kind of like tie it around my waist and I'll throw it to him. I'll kind of stand up here as an anchor, see, so you can actually get down there safely.
Okay.
Sounds.
Estimating with the length, you would actually have to shuffle up to the front of the group for him to make it all the way down. But
Easy where you pointed that thing.
you just step over Milo, smash everyone else into the wall a little bit, which puts Quilly at the back now, just to make note of that. And, you know what, our music's getting too dynamic. We don't want that. We want suspense. This might be a little too intense. I don't know. I haven't listened to this whole mix yet, but we're going to find out. So, you act as an anchor, and Theron, you grab the other side of the rope.
Would you like me to make like an athletics check or?
Not at the moment.
Just okay.
Fortunately, it's so narrow that like it's also going to help grip him a little bit for you. So,
Okay.
Theron, you start pushing your way down there, and give me actually no check yet. You get down through this section. It takes a few minutes, probably 4 or 5 actually, as it's quite narrow. There's even a part where it gets so much so that you have to like do one arm at a time to get your way through, and that's Theron. So he's a little more lithe than some people in the group might be. And
He's getting stuck.
yeah. Someone fan art that. No, help me step party, I'm stuck.
Oh Jesus!
As Kalis is just standing there, just a shining sword, just watching this. Anyway, I'm not gonna linger on that one too much.
To be honest, he probably set it aside just to brace himself.
Okay, that's fair, but it's still, the light is still there.
Yeah, it's still just like set aside, just emanating like divine light.
And much to your joy, Theron, the rope is just long enough to get down to the next spot where it flattens out, and with your overpowered elf eyes, you can see maybe another 35 or so feet out. It drops off again. Same thing, narrow, and just looks like it goes straight down again.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna kind of yell up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you good down there?
Yeah, there's another drop.
Oh shit. Well, okay. Well, who's next? Tinny?
Yeah, I can go next.
Yeah. Let's
Wait, Theron, is everyone going to fit down there?
I don't think Volkar and Kalis are gonna have a good time.
Well, a good time is subjective, I guess. So,
He
It's gonna
says
be very
staring at
tight.
Theron's giant ass. Sorry.
yeah,
It's gonna be very tight in your armor.
yeah. Well, I could theoretically take it off. It might take me a minute.
Yeah, just toss it down here.
Okay.
Or
everyone get down first, and then
First, okay.
and then we'll see.
I'll start
Okay.
singing.
Cool. And Milo is not even really that much of a thought for you. You're just like, damn, this is pretty great. It's a little snug occasionally, but you're pretty fine. Quilly, also a little bit easier for you, but now with these wings on your back, they're not doing you any favors.
Well, these like fold up though.
They do, but it is still a little bit of extra, and in something as tight as this, every centimeter counts. So
I was about to say, it's like being so new with the wings. It's probably like like growing pains. You kind of don't. You're like
it
someone
is.
who
You
became really,
do
really
kind of keep
lanky
forgetting that they're
overnight.
there. Yeah, you're kind of catching them on stuff occasionally, and you're like, oh shit. But you start to get used to it by the end of this, and Volkar and Kalis, you watch everyone else safely descend down. You're all still like crawling just in a line behind Theron, who I assume is up near where the other thing drops off. And I imagine you were taking the rope off, pulling it back up, tying it to each person as they went down, and doing this methodically. And
this is good. This is gonna suck.
It's a good thing Derek went down, because he's the other source of light.
I mean, if you really want to do this, we're both wearing some kind of cumbersome material. So if you want to take off your stuff, and then I can neatly fold it up if you'd like, and then just slide it on down. But if you'd really want a tight squeeze, we could also do that.
I'm trying to form a response. I'm like, all right then.
Okay. We'll take 10 minutes to don, or what is it? What's the don?
It's 10
minute.
Doff
No,
is
Doff.
5. Yeah.
Was it 5 minutes? Okay.
5 minutes for heavy.
All right. Well, how about we both do this then? And then
We go
then
take
I'll
off
drop
our.
down. Yeah, I'll drop down both for you.
As the Red Bull boys stand there dramatically undressing in the
As they
lights.
undressing each other.
It's like an
As the rest of
Abercrombie
you are
and
just like smashed in this tunnel, just like, what the fuck?
It becomes like the like homoerotic volleyball scene from Top Gun.
Oh my god. You said it, not me. Man, fan art from this episode is gonna be weird as shit.
Whoa, where did you guys get the oil from? Jeez.
Whoa!
Hey man, we needed to slip in. It was
Oh,
getting all
God.
tight.
Okay. Dial it
Bogart
back.
pouring tea all over himself.
Oh god.
What are they
Caleb,
It
doing
hits his
out there?
amulet and sparks seductively.
Yeah.
Kalis, you hear in your head, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, no, this actually doesn't happen. No, but we're just. No, we need to take off the armor in order to actually fit down there.
Yeah.
We'll drop it back down once we get down, or I'll drop it back down once Volcom makes it.
Okay. And boy, oh boy, are you guys glad you took that armor off. There is a spot that Kalis, especially, you probably would have been stuck.
Shit.
Like, definitely stuck in there. And even without it, it's like, you already kind of catch yourself like, I'm not claustrophobic necessarily, but this sucks.
Yeah.
And after a painful amount of time total so far, you are single file, Volkar and Kalis at the back now.
Can we put
And
back? Can we put on our? Can we like put it back on in a?
Well, there's another drop.
not here.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, there is
good luck
another
putting it
drop.
on here. Oh, it's flattened, but it has not widened at all. And then 35 feet up, Theron is just looking down this other drop, which is about as steep, maybe a little bit less so, but you can't actually tell how long this one is just looking at it.
I'm gonna prop a torch and throw one down the second drop and just see if
Okay.
if it'll
Yeah.
roll all the way down.
It rolls and tumbles and bounces and skitters down, down, down. Point where you can barely see the light of it before it looks like it kind of ricochets off something and goes forward and leaves your view. There's just the slightest little hint of light.
How far
Easily
does that kinda
4 or 5 times as long as the one you guys just went through.
Okay.
Well, that's
And
a
there
problem.
was one section in particular, Theron would have noticed that that as it was going through, that was real tight. Like, you'll fit, but it's not gonna be fun or easy, and it might require some teamwork helping the two big guys.
I don't think we're gonna be able to use this as an exit.
Yeah, maybe not. We do have more rope to get down.
We need to use the climbing gear.
Yeah.
We can always hook the rope into place,
How far down?
and then give it back down. Yes.
All right, let's do that. Let's tie some rope here and see if this is.
I don't suppose anybody has any. Oh, you can't hear. Explosives.
No.
No, I don't think that would be very
not
good right now.
We're
That
not
would
exactly
cause
trying
a
to.
cave in. That would.
Yeah.
Please don't make me
That'd
TPK you with this. There's no other logical response. Please don't.
It was an idea. I floated it out to the group.
No, it's fair.
We
I humbly
protected the
request,
idea.
please don't kill the entire party. I would be
Alright.
very upset.
Let's do
Was
this.
this whole drop super narrow, or are there parts where we could like?
As far as Theron could see, because he's the only one right up there, it's all about as narrow. It fluctuates a little bit, but not very much in your favor.
Okay.
This
so we
spot
can-
is rough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we tie some rope and tether it here, and then let's tie some rope to the end of it so we have 100 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna tether it to? You gonna use some of the climbing gear? Just
I think so.
try to slam it into the rock? Okay, well,
Yeah.
Theron, as you're the one up at the front right now, and there's no space for anyone else to get up to help you, give me a strength check.
Oh boy.
As this is very hard to do anything here with force or fine dexterity,
Okay.
and you're trying your best here.
Gonna use my D8 inspiration. Might as well. Oh, that was terrible. Wow. Thanks. Got a 1 with that D8. That would be an 11.
Yeah, it'll help, you think, but you are not super confident in how you've been able to secure this up here.
Okay. Well, why don't you guys check this and I'll just make my way down, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to last again, Kalis?
Yeah, I'll just make sure that everyone's safe going down, and then I guess my big frame won't exactly help me on the way down, but I'll see if I can make it.
So I'm gonna climb down, and then when we get to that really tight spot, I want to see if I can like clear any space or like move any of that rock and anything like that.
Sure.
Just inspect it.
Yeah, give me a nature check, actually.
Nature check. 21.
21? You managed to free up a little bit, like a matter of a couple inches, maybe 3, but it's better than it was before. And percentage-wise, that's a pretty big difference there.
Okay.
However, even getting down to that point takes time. And I'm gonna need a charisma saving throw from you. As even being the hardened war hero that Theron is, when he is suddenly separated from the group and far up, and even without that, just being this compressed and still not really being sure exactly where the bottom is, it's rough. What'd you get?
Well, I have a -1 to Christmas saving throws.
Uh-huh.
That being said, natural 20.
Okay. So 19. You, as you stop and in your initial attempt to start breaking free some of this rock, and it's not going very well, you're starting to worry, and it's more for the other people. It's so uncomfortable, and you're like, I think I'll be okay, even if this sucks. And then you manage to free some, and a little bit of relief washes over you. You're like, okay. And you have cleared up a little bit. In the meantime, this would put Tinny up at the front with the half attached. I never know if it's Pitten or Python. I think it's Pitten. Who knows? We'll go with Pitten because whatever. That is technically in the ground, but not super well. And the instructions were, you guys check this, I'm gonna start heading down. So what would you like to do, if anything, to assist in this endeavor?
Okay, I have a couple of ideas maybe. Can I just try like on a section of rock that's where nobody's going to touch it. Just try and see if I could use acid splash and like wear away some of the stone.
A spot no one's gonna touch it? That's hard to guarantee here.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe
yeah.
like just I guess kind of like in the corner, like maybe the corner of like the entrance, just to see if it like will help to widen it a little bit.
How much does acid splash do again? It's like 1d10.
I knew we should stop by the Home Depot and get some glue. Jesus.
For right now, 2d6.
6, okay. If you wanted to sit here for a very long time, you could make some kind of difference, but it is probably would eat up more than your whole time frame to start doing this. It does have a small effect, but it's not really what you were hoping. The rock here is quite solid.
Okay.
Uh,
Other option, I mean, I could like pour oil through the tunnel and try to grease up you guys. I don't know.
That's
We came full circle.
Yeah, I'm about to need a different playlist for this.
I can do it.
how
Derek
far did I
cast
make
web.
it down, by the way?
You have made it. I'd say this spot was about another like 35 feet down, maybe 40. So not super far.
Can I turn around and pull out
Nope.
my grappling hook?
You cannot turn around.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely cannot in here. You could pull out your grappling hook. It would be tough, especially on the angle you're on now, and the risk of dropping stuff is very real. But you absolutely cannot turn around. You could make some insane blind shot backward if you think it'll work, and that'll be a miracle required to make that happen. But no space.
No, I think I'll continue down.
Okay. So what's the move as you see Theron? Well, I guess Theron would now kind of be out of the range of the light for those who don't have dark vision.
And I'll say,
just kind of creeping out.
Also kind of yell, I made a little bit more room. Hopefully it's enough. Keep going down.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my climbing gear to secure the rope. Yeah.
You are 5th out of 6th in the line right now. Now, again, you guys, however much rope you have, you could secure it at any point. So, Volcar, you certainly could. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, remember that you are in the back.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Which, you still can.
Yeah, I mean, I can get down okay. I'm just worried about you guys.
Well, I think it's Tinny that's next. If we could try to make it down.
It is.
Fine.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if I have anything I can do to help you guys down later.
This is where a wizard with reduced person would have been amazing.
Yeah, right?
I didn't prepare enlarge reduce today.
You had that option? Oh, damn.
I have it available, yeah.
I had it too, but I switched it out.
He's just enlarged Kalis.
I'm stuck! That would be the real stepsis. I'm stuck. Step group, I'm stuck.
I could give one of you spider climb, but the issue is more that it's tight, I think.
Yeah, that might maybe make them feel safer, but it's not really gonna make it much easier. It would stop if for any reason stuff started like falling and they would like slide, but looking at how much of a squeeze it is, that doesn't seem very likely.
Okay, well, if you do want to go the grease route, like I'll pass over my alchemy jug to hold them in the back and just say you could just tell them.
You guys go. We'll talk about the grease.
Yeah, we'll discuss just between us as
just say oil to it and it'll produce some oil.
Oil?
Oil.
Oil. Oh. I prefer oi. Oi sounds very.
Oi.
Oi.
No, you have to be
Oy
connected
vey.
to it.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Question: How
it's-
much headspace is there
Headspace?
from the floor to ceiling? Yeah.
Like where we're standing.
You're not standing. No,
Or
you're
where
still
we're-
still crawling. Yeah, no, there's no headspace. Milo could maybe at the tallest and widest sections go like knees and elbows comfortably, but other than that, no, you are all.
This is making me severely claustrophobic right now.
You wanted a dungeon crawl, so
I hate how you take that literally.
Literally
Yeah.
crawling.
You
They're
son
gonna be
of a bitch.
literally crawling.
this is the next 5 sessions.
Oh,
Crawling
I'm
through
sorry
thunder.
if anybody watching this has actual claustrophobia and you feel
Yeah.
my pain right now. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, there will be more of it. I'll just say
Yeah.
that now on that note. So, yeah, if you want to skip it, just skip big sections. Is my
Well,
suggestion.
Tinny, there's no time like the present. We can figure it out once we get everyone down there.
Let's just
Yeah. Here
go
I go.
forward.
Okay, so the alchemy jug has been passed back.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Volcar and Kalis. Okay. Tinny. As you begin down, now there's this annoying piton in the way. You kind of have to navigate around a little bit, or you could take it out without too much struggle, which is concerning. As you descend, I will need a charisma saving throw. As despite your slight frame, it is still pretty shitty in here.
Can I? No, never. That's not good. I'm gonna add my D8 to it.
Okay. Also, you've become a little quieter again. Not as bad, but
I don't know.
I don't know if Microsoft reset your stuff again, but
I'll check.
yeah. I'll take the roll first.
If I could get it out of. Okay. Oh, that helps. I rolled an 8. 16.
Okay. You so far managed to keep your calm. Thankful that Theron cleared out that spot a little bit more. And you begin to head down as well. Derek. Unless you have any fancy stuff, you are next in line.
Yeah.
And once you proceed down, I will also need charisma saves.
Okay. Just one more glance through. Nope, can't do anything. I'll go down.
Okay.
This will save. Oh, that's. Oh, what's 15 plus 7?
Pretty good. 22. Yeah. You're doing all right for now. Milo's up next.
Yay.
And
Charismatic of us all.
there's also this thing where Milo gets advantage on this because this is much, much less bad for him. So, charisma saving throw with advantage.
True.
You come real close to freaking the fuck out in the middle. It's mostly watching Derek ahead of you struggling, and you're just kind of starting to fixate on it, and you're like, this is not what I want to be doing with my life right now. And you almost freak out, and then you're like, no, Milo, you're a halfling. And you look around, you can move your head easily, and you're like, okay. And you continue. But it was close. Quilly, you're up next.
Alright. If I could see where Tinny kind of did, like, try to break it down with acid, I was wondering if I could maybe try to do something around the same thing. I have, Primal Savagery. So if I could, like, find a spot where, yeah, no one will touch it, no one will be harmed by it, I could just drag my nails around, and it does 2d10 acid damage.
You could try. Again, the issue is a spot no one's gonna touch. You cannot guarantee that in this. It is too tight. And even like dragging your hand around is like, it's tough. Like doing everything here takes so much extra time and effort. It is not good. So you could, but it will certainly, almost certainly contact someone, especially considering who's behind you.
It's definitely just gonna make it worse. All right then, I just go down.
All right, let's get that save. See, who said we need a bunch of fights to make caves scary? Make them like caves, because caves are fucking scary.
That's
Caves
a
are
5.
terrifying.
That's a 5.
Ooh.
It's a 6.
Quilly. Kalis and Volkar, you see her pause at the top for like a full 90 seconds, just looking around, or finally takes a deep breath and starts squirming her way down. Quilly, you make it about 15 feet. And you realize, as much as being in the giant open sky really sucks, the complete opposite also really sucks.
It's pitch fucking black.
And
I can't see
you can barely see Derek's light above you, just past all the people. There's some light from behind you from the other two. And you start having a small panic attack. You can still function. And you are essentially, throughout the process of this next leg of this, taking 1 level of exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability checks, as throughout the next period of time of this, you expend far too much energy, and you begin to wear your body and your mind out quickly.
On all ability checks? Disadvantage on all ability checks?
Disadvantage on all ability checks.
Cool.
Because level 1 exhaustion is fucking rough, man. Volkar, you're up next. Quilly is audibly having a bad time not that far in front of you, and it's you and Kalis still with your sets of armor between the two of you, and a jug of oil.
Well, really quick, because
Yep.
I've remembered something that I can do. Is this, first of all, question, is this passage, I don't know, narrow enough or big enough for my owl to fly? Owls is a tiny
How big is
creature.
your owl? Well, I was gonna say owl. Yeah, it's considered tiny in D&D. Because I can say some owls are fucking huge, like as big as
That's
I am, wingspan wise. But I would say for this, we can canonically make it like a little, like the size of like
I
a little
imagine it
burrowing
was,
owl.
like, maybe, like, this
Yeah,
big,
little
'cause it fits
chibi
on my
owl.
board.
Yes, we will. Yeah, your owl can fly here, but not past people.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but it
Definitely not
can
my ass.
definitely not Theron's ass. That's like a watertight
Cause-
seal in this tunnel.
If my owl can get back up to them, because I imagine that it came down with me, I can help them get down. Easier.
Give me a dexterity check for it at disadvantage. Conveniently, some of the smaller people are between you and them, and it might be able to squeeze by with like kicking Derek in the face a bit.
Okay. Can I give it guidance?
Sorry.
Well, it's the owl's check. Can you guide your owl? Because it's... I guess you...
Yeah, see why not?
Yeah, I'll say yes. Because it would have to touch you on the way past. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Fuck, I forgot prepared.
Oh, I rolled really well. I rolled a 19 and a 17, so that's a 22, 20 for my 21.
21, okay.
There's 3 though.
The owl does manage to scoot its way past Derek. You definitely get a little scraped up on the side of the head, but nothing too bad. And pretty easy over Milo, and it has to kind of like fight through Quilly's hair and pass the wings a bit, but does manage to half scramble, half kind of fly back out, and you guys see a little owl just come back out.
I just tried to copy. It can help you. Just let it just peck you real quick.
Wait, what now?
And an owl pecks you on the nose.
Pretty much. And you, I'm going to use the elixir that allows for transformation, and I'm basically going to shrink him into like Milo's size.
Oh shit.
I love to think that it happens incrementally like that, like you're sort of lowering a chair and it's all jumpy, and he just and Volkar, you see Kalis in from an angle you have never seen him before. You are suddenly very short. You're like, what the fuck?
What have What? Speaking of this. Wait, what happened to you?
Is it gonna peck Kalis?
Okay.
Is it
okay.
pecking Kalis too?
Yeah, well, once.
Okay, just get down there, Volkar.
And then, yeah,
Go on. We don't have all the time in the world.
Do the same to Kalis.
Speak of this to no one. Yeah.
Okay, Melody, I think I picked up what you're saying. Somehow, mid-sentence, it keeps doing that. So, I'm just gonna have to keep calling it out when I catch it, I guess. So sorry if people watching and listening, if Melody's voice keeps becoming very quiet. Her computer is being dumb, because Windows is
real stupid.
Yeah, and you're back. Welcome back.
Yeah, but yeah, it will pack Kalis as well, and the same thing will happen.
Okay, so at the same time,
please. At the same time?
Well,
yeah, like right now.
Well, I can't see, but I mean, I'll tell it to like wait for like like a minute or so.
Okay.
A minute.
Wait
Okay.
till Volkar gets down.
So Volkar, you are now tiny. It's much more comfortable in here.
Like 10 minutes, I guess, judging however long it took me to.
Yeah, 10 minutes is probably safer, especially because you hear Quilly not that far behind you, starting to kind of freak out a little bit, like trying to hide it, but not really doing a good job at it. And Volkar, you have this alchemy jug now. Receiving your armor might be harder in this form, but not anything that's impossible. As what are you doing with the jug? Are you bringing it with you as you start?
I give it back to Kalis. I can barely hold on to it.
Hey, yeah, whatever. You're such you're such a munchkin in this form.
You're welcome for Sneaky Volkar.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Okay. I'll grab this stuff.
After this, I have a very important meeting with the Lollipop Guild.
With the Lollipop Guild, okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And with that, Volkar has lost his mind at this new reality, seeing the world for the first time as Milo does, and maybe learning some new things about what that does to a man's ego. And he begins
get down
with advantage to make his charisma save as he starts coming down.
Oh my god, I had to get out of the bush really.
I need Volkar and Milo to fight right now.
Yes.
Never again will we make fun of short people.
Yeah, right? He's about to like start a union for halflings.
Thank God I have advantage because that was a 4. That was a 12. Oh, you said charisma saving?
Yeah.
Charisma saving.
So that's a 15.
Okay. You are half disappointed and half very delighted that this has happened. And this sudden change in your physicality has materialized. And you, with much more ease than you were anticipating, begin making better speed than Quilly and therefore catch up to her fairly quickly. As at this point, Theron, you are starting to get pretty close to where you can see a little bit of the torchlight still flickering, probably another 20 or 25 feet, so a few more minutes.
All you see, it's like a tiny flashlight with when I'm holding up my what's left of my hammer.
It shrinks the hammer too.
Yeah.
Did it? I guess it should shrink your gear, yeah. That's what you're holding and wearing. So your armor that's off you is still big. And Kalis, after a few minutes of this, the owl flies over unless anything's changed. And
first, I'm gonna push the gear I was to, the armor in front, try to get it situated there.
Volkar's like this.
I'll leave it up the top. Okay, I swear to God, if this makes my voice the same way, I'm going to absolutely lose my shit. Okay, do your worst, owl, and then I'll kind of just like wait for the peck.
And it pecks you. It's so much better because it cut out on Discord.
I think you can choose your how you look and the sound of your voice and everything, but
No, this is canon. No, this has happened. I am. This is canonized.
This all means squeaky.
Luca! Is this how you feel?
Quilly, you think you are going insane. You don't know what's happened to the two of them. You hear these little scampering behind you, and these weird, new, strange, hallucinatory-esque voices start echoing around you in this little tunnel as you're watching Milo get further and further away.
Start screaming.
Start.
That's something horrible to us.
I'm resisting the urge to punch it. if the only thing I can see is like
You manage to turn
tiny grown men.
Yeah, that's that. You can barely get a glimpse of tiny Volcar, squeaking at you. And Kalis, give me your save at advantage, please.
It's a horror movie.
I'm good at charisma saves. It's something I'm decent at. At advantage? Okay, good, because it was a 3 and the other is a 15.
Wow,
so
4 to
it's a
15,
20.
3 to 15.
So 20.
Part of you might be a little sad that you didn't get to oil up Volcar and yourself to slide down this tunnel, but you can decide that. I won't make any assumptions. As Penny starts crying at home for no reason. No, and at some point, maybe a little twinge of just how funny this probably will be later on hits both of you, and you kind of start to chuckle a little bit as Quilly hates that. And
It's not. We're not laughing. We're cackling.
Yes. So essentially, what happens here is more struggle. Theron, you're hearing all sorts of weird shit from behind you, and you're like, I don't even fucking know.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, and you finally push forward to where the torch is, and it opens up a little bit. Just a little bit. Enough that it feels like a huge difference, when in reality it's maybe a foot of space. And it goes just a little bit beyond what you can currently see, but you think you see another section that drops toward the end of this.
And it's still really, really tight.
As far as you can tell from just at the entrance to this flatter part here, doesn't look much better. Hard to tell exactly till you look down it, but conditions have not changed enough to be notable yet.
I'm going to continue until I can look down it.
Okay. And you definitely get up there a little bit before the others start finding their way down. And despite the occasional weird musings and cacklings of the Oompa Loompas behind you,
It's really true.
you look down and it is more the same. And probably... Well, are you throwing the torch down this as well?
Yeah.
Okay, because it definitely goes beyond what you can see. As you chuck the torch down, you suspect this one's maybe even another 20% longer than the last. And it looks like it's got a couple spots that are as narrow as that one that you helped with. And how long does the size change last, Tinny? I forget.
It's actually not that long. It might wear off while we're climbing through this.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because it's only. Let me have a check. I think it's only 10 minutes.
Okay, and they're behind a slow Quilly right now.
Oh no.
So Quilly, just for the sake of this, give me another charisma save.
Do any of
And
us
this is gonna
hear
be-
Lily's starting to panic?
Oh yes, she's notably been panicking.
Okay, she's been
And
panicking.
at
Willie
this
turns
point, it
around
would be
and with the flashlight hammer, like under his eye, it's mini Volcar, like, girls, run it out!
so
Like,
real quick.
like-
Theron, Tinny, Derek, and Milo have made it to the flat spot, and you can kind of breathe a little bit more. And so it's Quilly still trying to push her way through the last quarter of this with the two gremlins behind. And you said it lasts 10 minutes.
Can
Yeah,
Kalis and
10 minutes.
Volcar both try to, as much as we can, help in pushing Quilly?
First, let me get Quilly's check.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 16, -1 is 15.
Okay. it is enough that you kind of decide it doesn't matter if you're going insane and imagining what's happening behind you. You see the others are getting to the flatter spot ahead, and you just manage to stave off the jitters long enough to push through. And I would say just about at the end of the 10 minutes, the three of you find your way out to the flat spot. And as the two of you who are tiny look around, you're like, oh, look at all this room. You become full size again. And you are still pretty crammed, but it's still better than that last little tunnel. But you can look up and see Theron is looking down. Another drop.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that little
Player,
experience, Tinny.
if you're talking, you are muted.
But how far are we now? How much rope do we have left? We have 100 feet that we tied. How much do we use?
Yeah, 100 to... Because technically, I don't even think that happened because everyone started going and plans were abandoned before Volcar even actually set the rope in. You guys just went down without it, so you haven't actually used it. That's how that just went. By the way, you were like, I'm gonna start, and everyone else was like, panicking, and then they got tiny. So rope has not actually been used for this part yet.
Fuck. Okay. Well, we're committed. In that case, I've already tossed the torch down there. I'm gonna continue going down.
Okay. I'm going to keep taking the saves one at a time because I want to give you all ample time to react if someone starts having a hard time. So same thing, check again. As at this point, having a little bit of reprieve for just a minute, waiting for everyone, a couple minutes, turns out to maybe do you a disservice. As soon as you start climbing again, it's like every bit of your brain and your body does not want this to resume. And the fact that this one's even longer, real bad.
7.
7 total?
Yeah, 7 total. 8 minus 1.
As you get to the first of the tighter spots, you can't even concentrate enough to try and clear it out. Because, again, you are more worried about everyone else than yourself, and have been through this process. But the body reacts the same to the stress, and at this point, you start getting super sweaty in the hands, a little jittery, definitely nervous, and you start wondering, is this maybe how all of us unfortunately die, being stuck in a tunnel? And you are still slowly moving, but you, by the end of this tunnel section here, will also be at a level of exhaustion from the pure adrenaline and stress. Tinny. It is notable to someone who would be watching Theron that his speed and demeanor have certainly slowed on this section of the trek. But you are up next, if you want to do anything fancy.
I don't think I really have anything else that I can do. Would the force damage do anything more to rock versus the acid we tried earlier?
It might.
It might.
One might worry about the implications of force damage on rock while there's someone squeezed in a tunnel in front of you, but it might be more destructive.
Yeah, it would come from my owl, though. My owl's not, super, concussive. But
You are welcome to try what you would like to.
I guess, do you guys want me to turn you little again? I don't know if it'll last this whole tunnel.
If
I'll be
people were moving
I'll be
quickly,
fine.
it seems that it may. But with Theron at the lead moving slow, that does not seem very promising right now.
I'll be fine. I don't know if
We
we'll
still have the oil.
Okay.
They're
Well,
both lowering their voices out of compensation. I'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I'm very. We'll be good. We just.
Sorry, Melody, what are you saying?
No, so I'll leave him up here for the option. And I guess I'll start going down. also.
Okay. Give me the check. Derek, you'll be up next.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Perhaps inspired by the glorious ass before you know.
No, I rolled a save
You-
before. It doesn't affect me.
yeah, of course. Oh yeah, I guess you did roll
Yeah.
from it, didn't
Got
you?
in.
I forgot. Maybe now you're seeing it in a different light, and no, the moody lighting of the cave. Christ, what is this episode? You now understand that you are now the most well-functioning person at the front of the group, and you need to keep your shit together.
Right.
And you just grit your jaw as much as you can and start climbing on that sort of climbing.
Like, as I go down, can I use my magical tinkering? Could it kind of maybe touch little rocks here and at like little points and just have it like emit like very calming music?
Give me a performance check at disadvantage,
It is
as that
like
requires a level of physical coordination. You can do it. I just want to see how well you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a succeed or fail. Yes, performance disadvantage. Or dexterity could also work, I guess, for this. It's actually
they're
probably
the
more
same.
apt. So yeah.
not great. 6.
Some of you may find the tones kind of soothing. However, Theron, at first, you just start
heavy
hearing
metal.
little
Like harp
ringing harps and bells and stuff.
What the
And
fuck?
at first, yeah, it just doesn't really hit well with you. Theron, you get a flash in your head as you kind of close your eyes for a few seconds to try and breathe deeply of something you may have seen in your sleep recently. A familiar face. You feel again sensation, real or imagined, of breath on your neck. And it calms you back down. You will still be exhausted, however, the penalties of the current moments seem to be better. You seem to focus more. Danny, your music seems to have worked great. He starts moving faster. He's inspired. Derek, you're up next.
I'm going down. Okay. Oh. It could be better. 15.
15. Still enough.
Thank you. Plus 7 charisma save.
Just enough.
Yeah.
It's scary as shit, and again, you have a similar moment everyone else has hit so far of just like, uh-oh, this might be it, and you manage to calm it down and keep going. Milo, you are up,
That's
and
me.
you still have advantage on the charisma save because you're still tiny.
Uh-oh. I got a natural 20. Woo!
There's actually a spot that's a little slick, and you manage to just like belly slide on it. It's kind of fun. A couple rocks go tumbling down toward Derek, and you're like, oh, I should probably stop that. But Milo's
What's up
doing
with all these
pretty
natural
fine.
20s?
I know.
This is bad for the future. I'm telling you right now.
Hey man, I've had my fair share of ones lately, so it's bound to get bad for you at some point anyway.
Yeah.
Quilly, you will be rolling with disadvantage on this one because you are already not okay.
Cool. Love it.
Yep. I'm sorry, Quilly. I'm not trying to torture you.
Two
Not specifically.
3s.
Oh, my god.
For a total of
2.
Quilly, you actually just freeze at the entrance. You just completely freeze. And Volcar and Kalis, you see Quilly is just, at this point, just straight up hyperventilating.
she's right in front of me, right?
Yep, right in front of you. Just right at the mouth of it, just like freaking out.
Let me see.
Quilly. That is going to be, at the end of this, a second level, which halves your speed.
I'm going to... Like, has she gone down yet?
No, she's not even moving right now. She cannot make herself.
All right, I'm gonna put my hand on her, turn her around, and have her look at me. You're scared.
It's more of a rollover than a turnaround,
Yeah.
but yeah. But there is a bit more room still in this flat spot, but you can definitely make her look at you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't want to guidance / bless her. I'm trying to give her some comfort. I can do ceremony. I'm trying to perform ceremony, and give her like a sort of not dedication, because I don't think she's a follower of the Storm God. She's not willing to become one. I'm trying to sort of inspire her, just keep her safe, like just give her a bit of that divine faith, that courage to press through this. Because, and I put my hand on her and I say, listen, you are quite possibly the strongest person I know. You have suffered a tremendous amount. You have lost quite a bit. But there's quite literally a light at the end of this tunnel. We have to push forward. This isn't for us. This is for Tinny. She needs you. She built you those really, really dope wings. I really should not say the word dope.
You're right.
Cord face palms in the heavens above.
The tenets of the Stormlord teach us that to persevere in battle, even in the face of fear, is the greatest act of worship. You're now facing fear. Fear is not the absence of courage, but courage is, in spite of that fear, pushing forward. So I'm asking you now to push forward. Fear is, in fact, the mind killer, if you would.
You're right.
Sorry, I had to hit him with the fear's the mind killer gif. I'm sorry.
No, had to hit him with the old, like the
OG.
Mm-hmm.
OG.
Yeah. I looked for that one. Yeah.
You're right. And I'll smack.
I'm gonna try and cast guidance on her.
Okay. I will say mechanically, guidance isn't going to make a difference here, as the roll's already been made.
No,
However,
this is
as
more
part
lore,
of the whole lore or
me,
flavor of it, it's
this is me trying to push her forward,
and it seems to work. As Quilly begins, still slowly, but moving nonetheless, persevering down through the tunnel, and we got the Red Bull boys left. Are you shrinking them again?
I can. The apple is there. I'm just like flapping.
I will say it'll be the difference between disadvantage or advantage.
Hit me.
Because this one is going to be rough for these two.
All right. Yeah, I will go spoop.
Okay.
How many times can you use it?
This will be 3 out of 5.
Okay, I don't need it.
Okay. I lived with this big jar of oil that you can use to like slip and slide down.
This time, Quilly, it's actually kind of humorous and chuckling a little bit at the stark dichotomy of what just happened to you. Helps a little bit even more. And Volkar, give me a roll with advantage.
first one was a 2. So 5. This is a 9. So 12.
It seems you forgot to include yourself in the pep talk.
What?
As you get sort of what would be the halfway point in a couple minutes, you start wondering, are we moving fast enough that I'm gonna get out of here before I grow again? Because Quilly's still moving slow. Like, she's moving, but it's tough. And Volkar, you kind of start to freak yourself out. Theron's probably like, what the fuck is my life? Kalis, you're up last. You have the alchemy jug. You have all the armor in front of you to push down. Are you using oil to help you, or you're just I'm not gonna say it. You're just doing it.
I was just doing it. I rolled
Okay.
an 18 and a 9. But I have +5.
The 14.
Yeah. Wait. Screw it. We're gonna use it. Nah, actually. Can I use it? No, I have to. I think I have to say before if I want to use inspiration.
I haven't told you the results, so you can do it if you want to.
Can I do
That's
it?
the only caveat. Sure. You can if you want.
Yeah, fuck it. It's a 4, so 9. No,
18.
18.
God, what do you go to college for? No, I'm just joking.
Good thing you used it, because it was a 15 DC.
I'm a history major, man. I don't need to count.
So you were one off, so good thing you used it. It was a guaranteed success on that with that inspiration. You begin slowly making your way as you see Volkar freaking out and Quilly half doing better, but then Volkar starts freaking out. It's not really helping Quilly, and progress is slow. There's harp music that at this point is getting so muddled from bouncing off of everything that it's just starting to sound more like discordant noises for the most part, because the front half of the group moving a lot faster.
Is this
And
hell?
you definitely start hearing, conveniently the two of you have lights back here, so Quilly you can still see pretty well with Volkar right behind you, but you definitely stop hearing as loudly the people at the front of the group. And after a horrible, painstakingly long period of time, it feels like it's been hours to all of you. Like, the sense of time in here is gone. Gone. You finally, Theron, get through this long stretch. It flattens out again. You're like, I swear to God, you make it about 20 feet forward. And it drops down about 5 feet, but then you can see it opens up into something large enough to semi-comfortably stand or crouch in for the taller ones.
Okay.
And after some time, you all do push your way out into this. Volkar, 1 level of exhaustion for the fail. Quilly at 2. Theron
Still at 1.
still at
I
1.
think, right? Yeah.
Though mentally feeling better after a couple minutes of respite here. The exhaustion on your bodies quickly sets in, and on your minds, and that was fucked.
I think I prefer running from the Kutwala to this.
Yeah, that was much
Same
better.
here.
And
Here we go.
We all got
Milo's
it.
like, fuck yeah, dancing. Yeah, so you're all there, so I don't know if you want to talk or have a little scene here and whatnot, but let me know when you're ready.
I'm
Well,
gonna
actually, real quick, let me, as Theron, you're in the front, you see there are 2 little tunnels that look like they branch off, but only just like, they're not like full left and right. They're like pretty close to the point where they might even reconnect before long. You're not really sure, but that is what's before you, and it looks like, as far as you can see, you can walk.
Okay. That's good. And everybody's made it down to the flat part now? Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Kalis is just now at the end, literally pulling himself through the last little bits, pushing armor and an alchemy jug, And at last,
It's unnecessarily difficult for me. Ugh.
Let's never do that again. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Why don't we give Kalos a couple minutes to put his armor back on, and then we'll.
Yeah, do the same for
Yeah.
Volkar. He needs to put it on,
Volkar
too.
is back to normal size at this point. That would have happened actually toward the end, but you still managed to slowly push your way through behind Quilly.
There's murder on my voice.
Well, I'll take a good 10 minutes to put it back on.
Okay.
Where are we going from here?
We'll go left. Yep. Beyonce's never wrong.
I'd like to think Darren's actually just like reading a book right now. Just, what? Left.
To the left,
Right
to the
is
left.
never wrong.
Everything you own in the
The
box
box
to the left?
Theron is being challenged
Beyonce's
on this
canon in
decision
this
by
problem.
Milo.
Hello?
I
so
hear
you'd
you.
like to go right?
What was that from Milo?
Right is never wrong. We should go right.
Well, you're the whole reason we're in this in the first place, so your opinion doesn't matter to me. We're going left.
Left.
Okay, I tried.
Poor Milo, man. I feel bad for him. Kind of. Not really, but kind of.
I feel bad
like-
that you remember.
Milo, it's probably best not to split the party here. Okay.
Also, he's got a lot more experience than any of us.
As I
Yeah.
said, I tried.
It's okay. How about next time we go right?
Sure. As I start
Okay.
walking in front of everyone else.
Oh,
Still pitch
So-
black in here without the lights, right?
It is, so not that far beyond where Theron is. You're suddenly like, uh-oh.
Exactly.
All right. I'm gonna start heading left as soon as Kalos' armor's back on.
Okay. Is Milo pushing this issue and really splitting up? I wouldn't expect so, but I need to make sure that I know.
Oh, are we waiting? If we're waiting, then
Well, I would
I'll
say
go
this
to
is
the very end of the line.
this is when the armor is just getting put back on. So are you taking the lead, or are you letting Theron resume his rightful spot?
He can have, but I'm not taking the lead on anything.
Okay. Cool. I will. I imagine he would hang back to kind of where he was after being shut down. So middle of the pack again. And is there any rearranging of order that wants to be done before you go ahead? Because we still have Kalis and Volkar at the back with the lights, and Derek kind of front-ish with light.
I'll say I'll be behind Aaron.
Okay.
I'll stick with the Red Bull boys.
Okay.
More like the Red Bull. I don't know.
No.
Thruple. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Red Bull boys in the gender neutral.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
The
can
Royal
have-
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Royal Boys. Yes.
Royal
And with
The
that,
royal we.
you proceed following Theron's lead. Go to the left, and you continue walking on what you hope will maintain, well, you hope it will be walking from here on out. And not too long in, it looks like the two tunnels actually do reconnect, and it actually widens a little bit more even. So Volkar and Kalis can, for the most part, stand, maybe risking bumping ahead here or there, but it's better.
This is a stretch. But ever in my time at the Citadel,
Mhm.
have I ever heard / seen a picture of this kind of this artifact? Just curious, or is this the first time that I'm hearing about it?
I will say you might have had a chance on one of your drunken outs with I just completely forgot his name. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
The Dominus.
The head priest, the Dominus, yeah. You might have been able to get some info out of him. So, I'm gonna have you just give me a flat D20 roll, and we're gonna see just if this happened or not. I will give you there's a small chance this could have happened.
A 6.
Afraid not.
Okay.
Fucking
Well,
priests. God, they're so boring.
Yeah, that's-
So
What?
that's a
Good
spell that
try.
I just can't use right now. Then.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
you know what I was gonna try to do.
I know. It would have been great. I gave you a chance, but yeah, it was cheeky, but the dice.
It was worth a try. It was worth a try.
Dice are not in your favor right now. And
Oh, look,
you
hey,
all
Doc.
continue on for a decent bit of time. I imagine at some point dropping to silence as you just methodically follow this one tunnel that has not branched, and it's definitely going down still. But a couple little sections where you have to scramble a bit, but nothing horrible. A couple spots where it starts to get a little bit more narrow and you have to go sideways for a couple feet and then it opens back up. Theron, at the front, you hear some kind of high-pitched whining sound from what seems to be around the next curve you can see in this. And it's really hard to place distance here, but it's just kind of echoey, it's kind of quiet, just this little whimpery whining sound. Definitely sounds more like an animal. And pick up the slight scent of rotten meat.
Okay. Upon that, I will, as a kind of preemptive, measure, I will cast Pass Without a Trace on the party.
Okay.
Just so that we can try and avoid any engagements.
Okay.
And then I will proceed to check out the source of that noise.
Okay. Do you communicate it to anyone, or you just...
No, actually, I do not. I will just push forward and kind of look around the bend.
Okay. And as you peek around it, you can see, just kind of on the edge of your vision, what looks like maybe something like small deer, or like goat-sized. There's 3 bodies that are definitely rotten, partially skeletal at this point. And you hear from a little bit beyond that this whimpering still happening. But you don't see the source of it quite yet.
Or look back towards the party. There are 3 dead animals in the next room. Anybody else hear that whimpering?
And
Do I hear it since I'm right behind him?
your passive
left?
perception's pretty shit, so until this moment you hadn't, but now that everyone stopped walking and you start listening, you all do pick up on it. And I would say Tinny and Derek are close enough to start getting the scent as well. It's not overwhelming, but it's certainly rotten flesh.
We should probably enter the next room really, really carefully.
Tinny, do you want to send your owl to scout it out, or?
I don't know if that would actually really help. I don't think the owl can speak to me.
No, I don't believe so.
It's not. It's not really like sentient, sort of. It's
Or like
it's
steampunk
more
owl.
like
Oh,
yeah, it's more
steampunk
like a
owl, okay.
living
That owl
Automaton.
from
statue sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we have our front line get in there first, and we'll make sure the room's clear.
Sure.
But careful, there might be traps, maybe.
We'll be careful.
Okay.
I'll try to be as sneaky as possible. And with Pass Without a Trace, it's what, +10?
Yep, +10. But disadvantage because your armor.
Yep.
And Volkar, if you're heading up as well, same thing, stealth roll with the +10.
It's 17.
You said disadvantage?
Heavy armor does that, so
I
yeah.
have chainmail, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's mithril.
I got 16 twice.
Okay.
Is that like gambler? Do you like gambler's dice where?
It's like
Yeah, you can double down. No, yeah, with your bonuses and the plus 10, that'll be plenty. So 2 of them push up.
Then I'll
past
enter the room
front.
behind them.
Okay, and your weapons are still shiny right now. Are you changing this?
actually.
Yeah, I'm dousing my thing. I have dark vision, so
Technically, has it been an hour since I last casted it?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a fair point. It has been beyond an hour.
So it's no longer.
You might be on torch duty now.
Yeah. So I mean, I can recast it. It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
That's
So-
true. Oh, it is a cantrip. Yeah. So you can re-up that. So just at any point, just
Sure.
let me know if it's up or not. But
Is there like a dimness setting?
no, it's a
Yeah,
cantrip.
light.
It's on or off. Yeah, it's not like a
on or
three-way. Yeah, it's a cantrip. That's a little
Sure.
we
strong.
both
I'll-
have dark vision. So it should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have it off for now.
Okay.
Just
It's the Theron stealth check too.
Yeah,
As if
so
you're
I
not
have
going
roll
to get a
disadvantage,
75.
Right?
Yes,
of
because
exhaustion? Okay.
exhaustion. Yep.
Okay, so I got 22.
Wow, you got lower than Volcar. That's crazy.
5. Yo, I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5. 5, 16, same thing. The 3 of you start making your way into the room. Don't do it. Don't do it. I said it. I fucked up. You proceed into the room, and if you can call it a room. And as you get closer, they definitely seem to be goat corpses. And as you get just a few feet into the room, you see like a medium-large dog, like what would have probably been a bigger, like, lab-sized dog, but is mangy and emaciated, and most of the hair is just fallen off of it, and it is just kind of repeatedly walking into the same small part of wall, and then kind of like half spinning in a circle, kind of, and bumping into something else, and just whining.
Does it look rabid, or?
It seems likely. At the moment, it's not like foaming at the mouth or anything. It looks more like it's about to die than anything. It's like it's like stumbling, hardly surviving.
All right.
I'm gonna take out a bit of my ration and just like, shh. Here, boy.
Maybe don't bring it towards us. Throw it to the other side.
Give me an animal handling check, please.
Animal handling.
Yes, sir.
15, 18.
It's as it turns, you can see it looks like one of the eyes is completely clouded over and probably not even functional anymore, and it seems to be relying more on hearing than anything else, especially in the darkness here. And it's definitely a bit on edge at first, but as you see, it kind of sniffs towards you. It starts whimpering, tail tucked beneath the legs, just slowly coming closer to you.
I'm trying to show I'm not a threat, but I'm offering the food. I like dogs.
That's fair.
And if I can avoid not hurting a dog, even in D&D, I will do so.
And you have you've like thrown it on the ground, or are you like?
Yeah. I have it in my hand. I want to get this thing as
in your
close
hand.
because I wish to heal this this poor thing. Like,
Sure.
it looks like. Does it look like it's starving, or does it look like it's been attacked?
Probably all of the above. Hard to tell. It looks very sick though. It gets pretty close to you. I'd say it's only about 4 or 5 feet out at this point. Slowly still walking towards you. If you have anything to do before it gets to you, I don't know, you tell me, but it's still approaching.
Is it kind of approaching in a friendly manner, or is it kind of look like it's?
It looks very timid. Again, it's like the left eye doesn't work as far as you can tell, and it's still dark in here. But it's timid and unsure. But it seems that the scent of food and whatever reassuring aura from Volcar is enough to keep it approaching calmly for now.
All right.
And
curious
as it gets close, it snaps out toward where the food is, not really being able to see very much. And I'm going to have you make a dex check to try and avoid getting your hand caught in this thing because it is ravenously hungry.
Okay, dexterity, you said?
Yep.
Is that saving throw?
Just check.
All right. So that's 16.
16 total.
Yeah, that's 14 plus 2.
Cool.
16.
That is just enough. Got a 15. It does manage to snag a little bit of the food out of your hand, but you pull away quick enough to not get bitten by this thing.
No, I want to
could've been
leave the
ugly.
food as I.
Okay.
As
you
I
drop
want this
it,
thing to eat. Yeah, I want to
It
drop
just
it.
is devouring it, not even like thinking about anything else. But as it does, it's coughing and wheezing and very notably incredibly unwell. Tinny.
Mhm.
You get another similar sensation to what you felt the previous night, I guess 2 nights ago. Just it kind of pulses again and your head gets foggy for a second. And strangely, after the nausea kind of dies down over the next 5 or so seconds, you get the very distinct sensation that you are, in fact, currently going in a direction that will get you where you are trying to go. You have no idea why or how you know this, but it's this almost instinctual understanding within you. Just for a few moments. And as we cut back out, the dog is there, just devouring the food.
Quickly. Now it's time.
What are you doing?
It's time to get past this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually
Let's-
approach the dead goats. And I'd like to check and see what killed it. Like what kind of wound it has.
Give me medicine or nature check.
Okay.
And I will say Volkar is here as well, and passively could also be looking at this, so I will let you make a medicine check too, Volkar.
Can I give him guidance?
Either or. You can either make the check or guide him.
I'll make the check just because it just gives us an extra.
Yeah,
You
'cause I
said a
gotta roll
medicine?
disadvantage.
A medicine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or nature, you said? Or
Do I make it a disadvantage because I'm exhausted?
Yep, both of you at disadvantage.
I got 14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
The first one was a natural 20.
Dude, me too.
Oh, rough.
Fucking tragic.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with me, but I just got a 19, so that's a 22.
Okay. Turns out Volkar's still pretty good at this, even when he's tired as
The
shit.
new dice is mwah. I love it.
Let it be
love
known, I haven't really like seriously rolled a die tonight. Other than one little
I'm
check.
using
secret
my
check.
new. I have my new dice. I got my dice tower. I'm loving it.
Well, the newness will wear off at some point, and then you're in for it. But
No, it won't. No, it
the
won't.
two of
betray
you
you
looking at
soon
it
enough.
in utilizing the moments where this dog is distracted and clumsily eating, so it takes longer than it probably like to. It's real hard to tell what could have killed these. They've been here for a while, but there's no obvious damage to the structure. It's real hard to tell looking at it from here, but it doesn't necessarily seem like something murdered them as much as they just died down here.
And I see, is there like an entrance or something? Because this dog had to have come from somewhere.
All you see is further down the direction that you have been going. This has not really tunneled or branched off at all.
I don't think anything murdered these things. Maybe they starved to death.
And the dog is nearing completion of its food, if that will affect your choice of actions.
It's time to go.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna push on.
Okay.
Let the rest of
Is
the
this
group
going to be
know.
communicated to everyone else who's just around the bed?
I
was gonna
shit
say,
right now,
what?
so y'all are doing your thing.
Yeah, bye.
Are we in sight of the rest of them? Or
No, we kinda
They're still around the
yeah.
corner, so they can't really see you. They could hear you easily if you wanted to make noise.
I'll kind of just try to like whistle like, and try to like.
Okay. The dog immediately reacts to this, and this time, having gotten a taste of food, decides it would rather try its chances with whatever is here than wither away, and it lunges with still surprising speed, but much slower than a dog would be if it was healthy, and just lunges directly toward you. However, it's half blind, so it's going to make this attack with very severe penalties towards you. And I'm not even going to roll again. That's a natural 1. It instead looks up and goes to lunge and just slams its head into the wall nearby and just is disoriented, kind of barking and weakly snarling and still whimpering towards you, kind of. And you all hear this, by the way. And the whistle and all this start happening from around the corner.
Volka, I'm sorry, but this is no mercy keeping this animal alive.
I will not kill. And
I know
this thing is scared and trapped and.
But what's it
We're
gonna
gonna shoot
do
it.
now? It's
Okay, Theron, roll a hit. With advantage, because it is, well, straight roll, because you would have...
Straight roll?
Wait, no, it's not a... Hang on. Yes, with advantage. Sorry, I forgot exhaustion stuff.
Ugh. That would be a 11. No, yeah, 4 plus 9. Yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's more than enough. And this thing is so close to its last legs, don't even roll damage. Theron just turns and silently... An arrow strikes it.
And I'll just say, sorry, Volkar, but we can't waste any time down here.
He got his
Well,
last
cut.
meal, so
yeah.
And the
Full
rest
crowd.
of you, I assume, are kind of coming around the corner and seeing this now.
And then I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn and start heading down.
Okay. Same order? With the Red Bull boys taking the back again?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll kind of comfort
And,
Volkar. It's like, I'm sorry, man. It was his last meal. He was gonna starve anyways.
At least he had that.
At least he had his final meal.
And as it is getting pretty late, I will say we'll take probably another 10 or 15 to wrap things up. And we'll end there. Sorry if this is stressing y'all out with this cave. This is more intense than I imagined it was going to feel, so I do apologize if that's actually the thing. That's not my intention here.
Don't lie to us. We all know it was gonna
No,
be intense.
it's I mean, I knew it was going to be intense, but not this intense. This went some directions for sure.
You killed a dog. You're dead to me.
It's we were
Anyway.
putting a dog down. I'm sorry.
You all push forward, following Theron still. Who's messaging me? Yeah. Yeah. I know. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy.
I'm sorry, Josh.
Nah. We're all sorry here. This
I
is a
didn't
mutual
want to do
sorry
it,
group.
but
You are
It's fine.
all dead to me. I want you to know that.
That's the episode
sorry.
title.
I didn't
We're
want to
all
do it.
dead to me.
I
That's
didn't want to do
not
it, but for
clickbait
RP
at
reasons,
all.
it had to happen.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Peter really hates
So-
us right now.
Yeah,
I'm not
really,
gonna-
man.
I'm not gonna lie. Leaving an emaciated dog like that was probably
That's probably a lot worse.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, admittedly. But let's not dwell on that. You follow Theron and his glorious dog-killing ass. No, I'm sorry.
By the way, that's hyphen.
yes, it is.
Emphasis on both.
Not two things to put together.
I know, right? I know, it's horrible. And you proceed, goddamn train in town, fucking always so loud. Sorry.
Cave train.
The cave train, yes. You proceed for couple more hours without other incident. And at last, more tunnels begin to branch off. And at the first one, as you stop to make up your minds on which direction to go, Tinny is very certain that you are going to take a hard right.
Oh. We actually do go right this time.
You know.
Cause right's never wrong.
And looking at her, you see this pulse of all of the veins in her face and neck of just purplish black, just like one heartbeat.
Wow.
That's it.
All right.
I don't
Okay.
know. I just know.
I can't tell if that's more ominous or a good sign.
Guess we'll find out, huh? We'll go right this time.
Okay.
You feeling
Like we have
okay?
any other
still?
direction.
Yeah, I think so. I get a little bit nauseous every now and then, but it goes away.
All right. Getting closer doesn't make you feel weaker or anything?
I don't think so, no.
You have the medicine that Dewey gave you, right? Dewdrop.
Yeah. I've got it.
All right.
Right.
Let's go right.
Very well.
I guess it's never wrong.
This one the last time, because this is the right way. Anyway, whatever.
And this continues on. Tunnels branching off now, still going down and down and down. Thankfully, nothing nearly as bad as the entrance. And every time an intersection is met, Tinny seems to know without hesitation exactly which way to go, with a degree of certainty that seems peculiar to all involved.
Just curious, it's just a tunnel, right? There's no inscriptions anywhere. It doesn't look like
Nothing.
It's been...
It's just a cave.
Yep, just a cave.
And you push on and on and on. And no signs of anything aside from a cave beyond a few dead birds scattered about occasionally. Just a handful here and there. No signs of trauma or anything killing them necessarily or murdering them. And at some point, after who knows how many hours, you all begin to succumb to exhaustion. And most parts of every tunnel you've been in so far seem just as suitable a place to stop as any others. None of it necessarily seems inviting. And we're going to do a little bit of a time skip here. If anyone has any things to prepare anything, you can certainly do so. But,
Taking a long rest, or
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Was there any? At
yes,
any point, was there any
if
space to
you're
do it?
setting up for a long rest, it would be now, because your bodies have just, like, if you push through, you are all going to become extremely exhausted beyond this, and it's like the point where your bodies are like, I can't do this anymore.
And taking a
Set up.
long rest would erase one exhaustion
One
level?
level of exhaustion, yes. And so nothing bad happens to you overnight, regardless of the details of anything there. What's that?
just a note. When we start the long rest, I'm going to cast Extend Spell Aid twice.
Okay.
So that's your max HP is increased by 10 to 6 people. So who wants 10 extra hit points? Okay.
Kalis, yeah.
Yeah.
How many people can take it?
6.
Please 6.
Everyone
six?
but one.
I definitely think Milo should take it.
Yes, I
So-
think that goes without saying.
Hello, Kalis.
I'm willing to not take it because I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty safe in the back line. So.
Okay, so everyone except Theron.
You say that now. Till you
You have
meet.
been at the front.
Listen, unless we run down to a Kitwalla down here, I think I'll be okay.
Surprise.
Is this temp HP or like max?
Your max
Actually-
increases until the spell ends. So I have made note of
16
that.
hours.
And what you imagine to be the following day at some point. Again, you can't tell time in here. But post long rest, which you all get, so those with 1 level of exhaustion, it goes away. It's just multiple more hours of the same. Seems that the system is starting to branch out more and getting wider and wider as you go, to the point where you actually cross through a couple rooms that are open. You find... What?
We still have those scrolls of sending, right? Like one of us
Yes.
has one.
Yep, 3 of you do.
Should we message Zentha and ask her how long it's been? Get a good
Yeah.
measure of time.
I think just use one.
Mhm.
We should use the others just in case of emergency.
Yeah.
And just we should also try to let her know how we've been doing. You know, we're going well so far.
Just keep it brief.
Who's using their scroll?
I don't know who has one. I don't think I got one.
Hey,
Actually, I think they
Tinny-
did say that they were
Hey, you
giving
got one.
Theron
Eric
one.
and
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, you do have one.
Yeah, you do.
Tinny, me, and Theron.
Theron.
Yep.
I guess I'll use mine then, and I'll just say it's max 25 words, right? Is that how sending works?
Yes.
Okay.
25.
I'll say, I'll keep it pretty brief. Zentha, we're making good time, but we have no idea how long we've been down here. Can you tell us? And that's it.
Response comes back that it is early afternoon the following day. And so a full 24 hours has already passed. Slightly more than.
All right.
And includes some worried notes of please tell me everyone's okay, but being aware of the fact that you can't respond without using another one. But has been one full day.
All right. It's been 24 hours.
And
Any, if you have any more of that stuff, maybe.
Oh, my medicine?
Yeah.
Can I take stock of like how the veins look and how I'm feeling if I need to take another dose?
you haven't started feeling worse. So
Okay, I think I'm still okay for now.
and unless anyone has any reason to stop me from assuming so, continue on.
Of the pace.
And after about another 2.5 hours, if you had to guess later, Theron up at the front, you see another section where it turns. And give me a perception check, please, for your earballs.
And do we burn a ration for that long rest?
Yes, definitely burn a ration throughout the day. Yes. Thank you. I will keep forgetting those.
That's all right. I'll burn one of mine. Oh, it's done. I have got a terrible roll. 8,
8.
3 plus 5.
Okay. You hear some strange sounds coming from whatever fairly large cavern is before you. You haven't looked into it yet. But you hear this sort of hollow, slightly voicey clicking sound.
Oh.
Oh god, I don't like that.
And then after a couple
Clickers.
seconds, this low
Okay.
Is it?
If I had to guess, sounds like something's sleeping up ahead. So, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace again on the group. Let's
Okay.
try and sneak past whatever's in the next room and not wake it up, yeah?
Agreed.
Leading by my name.
Give me your
Nope.
stealth checks then.
Alright.
Boy.
And I will say we will wrap this up in a minute, depending on how this goes or doesn't go.
I'm still at disadvantage because I'm exhausted, right?
Yes, you still are.
That's already a 2. And a natural 20. Fuck!
Oh my
You
god.
add plus
How many
10, you add
natural
plus
20s have been just absolutely thrown out the window?
that would be 3.
because of-
I think.
I have to do.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to do a disadvantage
Wait,
because
so
I'm in armor.
But a plus 10.
Yep,
yeah,
plus
plus
10.
10 and
Plus
whatever
10.
I already add to stealth. What do I
So
I
I
will
will
Guys, I don't want to
14?
acknowledge.
let me Derek, what'd you get?
For 2, use my inspiration to get a 10. That's 21.
21. Okay.
Milo rolled
My notes are
high.
horrible. Yeah, Volcar.
I had a natural 20
Mm.
And-
We've
and
lost
because I
4.
because I have disadvantage, but I get the plus 10.
Yeah.
So that's a dirty 20 plus for stealth 2, so 22.
Still good.
Plus 10.
Kalis.
I got a 15.
Is that plus 10?
Yeah, Pass Without a
No,
Trace.
that is
No.
with. I rolled a
Oh.
6.
Oh, that's why I cast it.
Minus, or technically plus 9 because I have a -1 to.
Astinia.
35. I rolled the highest I could possibly without.
Quilly.
Well, I rolled a 2, and I have plus 2, and the plus 10 is 14, but I decided to use my inspiration, which
Okay.
was a 3, so 17.
Okay.
Good thing you held on to that.
Milo.
Wait, we're adding plus 10 for what
Yeah,
again?
plus 10
Yeah,
for
for
your stealth
Theron's
roll, yeah.
spell.
Okay.
So just 10 to your total.
41.
I was waiting for that. Holy shit.
Nobody knows what Milo is.
Theron.
30.
30.
Can I flash of genius to add +4 to Kalis's score?
Sure.
Whenever anyone within 30 feet makes an ability or save.
Yep.
That's 19.
With that, your lowest is a 17. You have a 17 to a 41 range on this, so
Jesus Christ.
41. Fucking
as
Christ.
you push forward, I'll describe the room. We're going to be picking up here next time, so I'll describe it again next time as well, but just so we have it. You notice a few things. The first being this cavern-like room is sort of ovoid in shape, sort of like an oval. Maybe 50 feet at the widest part. And you can't tell how long from where you are, but it does kind of widen pretty quickly around you. There are maybe 10 or 15 feet in front of you 2 skeletons, humanoid, clutching each other as if they died in close proximity. And not far beyond that, enough bones to constitute dozens of different animal or humanoid bodies you cannot tell scattered about. There is what looks to be some sort of small for a dragon, but part of what can only be imagined to be a dragon's skull that is splintered and very, very old. You see little bits of what would be the wing bones and the spine and the ribs kind of back up to this super green pool of water in the center that looks natural. It's about 10 or 15 feet in diameter. And Theron, as you're in the front, you turn and everyone's being very silent. Here again. You look up. And still probably 40 or so feet in front of you, hanging above the pool, is something horrifying. It's maybe 15 feet in length, hanging from the ceiling by a tail that ends in a sort of almost suction cup-like thing that looks like it's just gripped on there, and you can see it sagging a bit with the weight of this. The body is fleshy and almost rubbery, maybe, in tones of pale gray, and it's covered in open wounds like cracks on the back of a hand in the winter. Little bits of blood you can see glistening off of them and dripping occasionally. Two large skin flap-like wings wrap around most of the body. You can see almost little compared to the body, but bat-like fingers at the tips of the wings as it's kind of clutched in on itself. The vague shape of two legs that are larger than you'd want them to be. And the body ends in this weirdly spherical section. There's just these two open slits that go across the center of it. And they're just kind of quivering a bit and opening and closing with the... And then you hear from further within the cave, from a source that you cannot see, the delayed, sort of deep, growly breath. And that is where we are going to pick up, because it is late.
I want to know what it is.
Yes.
It killed a
And-
dragon?
Right?
We don't know.
Oh.
You don't know.
Clyde.
Oh.
You don't know.
There was supposed to be a dragon in this dungeon because we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. It killed the dragon in the dungeon.
I don't know. There's two big ass things in here apparently.
Is it,
really-
is it
they
now
really-
Dungeons and Bats?
Dungeons and Bats.
Dungeons and Bats.
To be honest,
And it killed the dragon.
the monster really said, "It's like I'm the captain now." You look.
We killed the creepy ambience. So, yeah, that's where we're gonna pick up there. I hope that's not tense for y'all. And thanks everyone for watching and listening. Again, sorry if the cave stuff stressed anyone out.
Stress
It was
me
a
out.
little tense, but you all made it through it.
Barely.
And without too much going wrong. And yeah, we'll see what happens next week. So thanks everyone, and catch you next time.
Oh my god, fuck's sake.
Oh.